Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 56 of Malt Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. I should say hello to everybody on the podcast as well, as always, because we know you're not quite joining us for the evening on Twitch, but you're still joining us nonetheless. If you get a chance to go check out the Twitch channel, though, please do. But hello to all our lovely viewers and listeners. Let's get through our thank yous before we dive into the show tonight, shall we? Let's thank Albert, Rodeo, Incarnate, D&D Beyond, Hero Forge, Kasoon, 5e Magic Shop, Tabletop Audio, and of course, our show would not be the same without Battle Bards. You'll hear our magical ambience, you'll hear our sound effects. They just make our game so much more immersive. If you want to get your own sound effects to make your games more immersive, then go use the code MortalMagic when you register at BattleBards, and you'll get yourself some nice cheeky discounts. Other than that, you can see the social media links along the bottom there as well. Please go follow us on our social media accounts, get up-to-date information of what's going on. We did have a post announcement last week about not being able to do the Wednesday after show, so we apologise for that. We will be doing a bit more of a bumper after show tonight to cover both last week's episode and this week's episode. I say tonight, Wednesday night. Getting my nights confused. There we go. So, check out the podcast. If you're not already listening to it, go check out the podcast on your podcast platform of choice. And if you have the ability to, please leave us a like, a review, a follow, whatever you can do on there. It helps get the word out to those that are looking for D&D shows. And without your support, we can't really grow. So please do continue to show us your support on Twitch, on YouTube, on your podcast, on the podcast platforms. I'm going to put my teeth in a second. I'm also going to say another huge shout out, or say go check out Tales of Teal'Nar as well. If you're not getting enough D&D in your lives, then go and check out that show. Fantastic bunch of characters, fantastic story led by the one and only Samau, who plays Kirek in the Malt Magic campaign. Amazing story, go check it out. And of course there is the continuing contest, so we are on a mission to get to 50 followers. And when we get to 50 followers on Twitch, we will be running, I'll be choosing one person from those lucky 50 to design an NPC alongside me, who will then feature in the game at some point. So if you want a chance to get a little bit of yourself inside Malt Magic, a little bit of your personality, a little bit of your influence, then please do follow us. Do not miss out on that chance as well. And I think that's it for my intros and my thank yous. I don't think there's much more. I finally got into the swing of things. It's been a long weekend, as I'm sure everybody can appreciate, but we won't talk any more on that. Let's get into it. There will be adult language and adult humour. Let's roll. Hello.
What's up?
Everybody seems to be on mute. There we go. We're all off now.
Hey, that's better.
I was definitely on mute. Yeah, I did have to check.
All good stuff. So, shall we run down the line and then we can get to chatting and get to playing? I am the Dungeon Master, and I also play the psychic character of Bothrid. Apparently my head's not in the game tonight, so I'm going to just go punch myself in the face while you guys introduce yourselves.
I liked that you went, I am the Dungeon Master, as if to assert yourself over the rest of us.
I am the Dungeon Master.
Danny Hodge, and I play Andor Hornraven, your king and heir.
I mean, you're not wrong, I guess. I'm Simao, and I play Kirek Gravetusk. And I'm very excited today because I've got just a lot going on. So, hooray.
I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the Goliath fighter warlock, who tried to scare the shit out of a bunch of people last week, and it got us into a fight. So I'm sure nothing can go wrong this week.
I'm glad that you're taking the blame for us getting into a fight, because I thought it was my fault.
Oh, I believe it is your
It was a
fault. That's fine.
combination
No, I'm
of
joking.
absolutely everyone last night. Oh, last time? Last night. Ugh. Duff. So yeah, I suppose with a recap for last week, you sort of had a long or you continued on your journey out of the cave where we'd met the Beholder, fought the Beholder and defeated the Beholder, and made your way further into the snow-covered mountains of the Shivering Spine, approaching the Shivering Spine proper, if you like, and found this sort of rocky overhang which formed sort of a tunnel between two sides of a mountain along this sort of gully or valley that you're following across currently. Still at altitude, still snow lying about all over the place, but that was a nice sheltered area for you to at least light a campfire and get a good night's sleep. Each of you had a watch, and various different things happened on those watches. Nothing of serious note, apart from maybe some sounds of wolves, and then there was the thumping of what later turned out to be a frost giant. Oh, there's random screaming in the background.
Ain't from mine.
So I don't know. I don't know.
There's
if
probably
that's
some
my
kids
end
on
or
the
not.
park over the road for miles.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Might be outside. Anyway, we apologise for that.
It might be a crime happening, guys. We are witnesses.
So, where was I? Totally thrown me off my game now. There we go. So, yes, the wolves, the frost giants that we figured out in the morning, or at least on Dargon's watch, as he used Azazel to scout ahead. Azazel missing probably the one big thing, though, as you decided to exit this tunnel in the morning following a good breakfast. Twang! Net falls down, traps you all, and various various hobgoblins and goblins appeared
Goblins.
and basically tried to take you captive, and you guys weren't having it. So a fight ensued, and pretty much a fight with a total warband of goblins and hobgoblins ensued, which you decimated. I think my most powerful NPC in that got taken out in one attack. So
I
thank
do
you for
believe that was
Kirek.
the natural 20.
Here to ruin your plans.
Absolutely, here to ruin my day, generally. So there we go. But with that, you defeated the group, and we left it there. So we begin in the aftermath of this fight. Bodies laying around of hobgoblins, goblins, wargs, a massive warg, which is now slowly shrinking, the magical effect sort of dispelling on that, whatever it was. Snow is falling all around you. Anybody wants to carry on that tune, they
Children
can.
playing, having fun.
Outside your window, apparently.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There is still the smoke just up the sort of the way on the left-hand side, as if you're facing the way you're going. And yeah, there's still the distant sound of that. What do we do?
As we're just around, I'm just going to grab the Staff of Healing. I will just utter a prayer, and I'll cast a Mass Cure Wounds, just so everyone can heal up. So that's
I
going
need
to be...
If you will.
Yeah, you can heal up to max. Ooh, that was a really good roll. 16, 20, 25 points to everyone.
25
Nice.
points of healing.
Oh,
That
nice.
puts Bothrid on 111. That was Bothrid.
This
just
should-
took a paste in last week.
This should just make us a little bit better for next leg.
You all sorted, Kirek? What are you on?
Yeah, 95.
So, is the smoke coming from the same direction as the thudding footsteps?
No. The thudding footsteps sound way off in the distance, and from what Dargon would have told you, it's almost like further away in the mountain range that the frost giant, or this giant type creature, is marching around.
I seem to recall in one of my history checks or something that I didn't really know too much about frost giants.
Not with the check you made, no.
No, that's fine. I believe I made a check and I was just double checking that.
So, do we think this was only part of the clan or the warband, and the smoke up ahead maybe signals their base camp?
Is the smoke kind of up? What direction is the smoke in? Like cardinal directions?
Northwest.
So, basically where we need to go.
Yeah. Conveniently. Is it?
Well, that could be the Shiver Spire. Is that where we need to go? Can't remember.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be friendly. Right.
Could be Shiver Spire.
The way I see it, we've got two options. Either I go ahead and do some reconnaissance, or you could send out Azazel to do reconnaissance. But I know that might have distance limitations.
Yeah, also, kind of missed the massive trap that we just got caught in, so kind of only so useful.
Yeah. Or we all just approach together.
I think for now we should walk together, and once we get closer, perhaps we'll get more information and we can send you ahead. It's not a bad idea.
Okay.
If you're alright with it, of course.
Yeah. I can just go invisible.
What's the plan if we meet more of these or a frost giant?
If it's a frost giant, I'm all for hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's more goblins, I don't know how well. We're going to need a better way to try and talk ourselves out of it, whether that be via a trade or something. But Alfred, would you be able to control yourself if you see any more?
If they watch their tongue, then yes.
What did they say to get you so angry?
You call me blood traitor.
Oh.
You see, the trouble is, no one who calls him a blood traitor is going to get away with it. Not while I'm standing there.
Quite right.
Mm-hmm.
I will also say, my advantage that I had in that last fight, I won't have the next time. I'll still go up against them quite happily. I was kind of hoping that scaring the living bejesus out of them was going to let us go, but seems like I maybe stared at that wolf a little too long. I was also hoping that as soon as Kirek started saying there's any more of them, trying to scare them away, I was hoping they were going to bugger off, but they're too stupid for that, apparently.
Thinking about it, considering that Kirek literally rained fire down from the heavens, will they potentially have seen that and already know something is up?
I'm pretty sure that fight wasn't quiet.
It wasn't. It wasn't that far up, but it depends on where they are in these mountains, I suppose.
I think negotiating may be out of the reach, especially as we have just slaughtered I don't know how many. We slaughtered a lot of them. I don't think they're going to really want to talk to us after that, unless.
I mean,
unless
they
covered
in blood.
Yeah, unless they really
and at this
see.
point, Bothrid is going to wander off slightly, and he's going to find the corpse of the one that had the horn, and in one swift motion, just takes the head off.
I thought you were going to say blows the horn.
I was just going to say blows the horn because he wants a fucking fight.
If they blew the horn, they might have heard it anyway, and they're just not here yet.
Yeah, so we probably should move.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is there any way we can proper hide? Move out here.
I mean, I can
5
hide
minutes
whenever I
away.
want.
Kirek, can you do anything?
Just checking. I don't think
I
so.
can.
I'll
I can make somebody else invisible with me now.
I will pop my hand in the bag of holding, think of a potion, and it will arrive in my hand, and I'll bring it out. The potion of invisibility will be in my hand.
Oh, do I have? I've got loads of potions. Have I checked some of that shit?
If I remember correctly, this rather weird, empty-looking container should keep me hidden for about an hour. Enough time for us to get away, perhaps?
I can make it so that one of us has a little bit, well, it becomes a little bit more easy to hide. But I would probably put that on Bothrid and then Ander. Seeing as I'm quite noisy with this armor, I could perhaps go invisible with you.
Yeah. I mean, Buff could always turn into a waterfall.
I was going to say, Bothrid, can you turn into something small and well hidden?
That would save me some power. It's not bad.
3 of us could go invisible. Kirek, you with Ander. I'll go invisible. Bothrid is just a little rat or something that is very hard to find.
Me not like to be small, but can turn into white fox.
Yeah. Anything that looks natural around here, Bothrid, will be great. They won't realise that it's anyone they're looking for. An hour gets us a long way.
I can do that for more than 1 hour.
Ah, Bothrid, you're bloody brilliant, you are.
Thinking about it, thinking about the powers of my cloak now, I don't think I've used this ability, but I feel like I could potentially give us all the ability to pass by people without a trace.
Can you also
what
do
I'm just
that
trying to figure
while
out
being
is
invisible?
how many of us it could do. So essentially, I can, out of character, use the pass without a trace spell.
The metagaming pigeon.
So I can.
I think that's a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, 30-foot radius for when you cast it, or whenever you're in
and
it.
And each creature
around you.
Yeah. So
Around
I believe
you.
I could take us all, and we could all benefit from that power.
So basically, what we're trying to do is get advantage on stealth with everyone because we'll be invisible. Plus 10.
You get a plus 10 bonus to your stealth.
And so it's even plus 10 on a stealthy fox who is visible, but the rest of us get advantage, which will knock out my disadvantage. And I'm guessing the same for you, Kirek.
Yep.
I don't believe. I can't fucking speak. I've turned into Matt. We won't leave behind any tracks either.
Fucking burn.
Had a twitchy finger there as well.
Are we leaving tracks? Are we leaving tracks with water walk?
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
Nice.
There's so many
As
options.
you
we've
turn
got
around
going
and
on
look
here.
in the snow, there is, you're literally walking on the top, there's barely an indentation.
It wasn't concentration, was it, water walk?
Nope,
We should
it's
have
just a
put that into
ritual.
the battle. I'd have
No,
stayed
however,
around the
pass without a
battlefield when we were
trace
fighting
and
this thing.
invisibility are both concentration.
Right.
Well, should we go back to the original plan? You go invisible, me and Kirek will go invisible. Old Foxy is a fox, and then boom. It's not overcomplicated.
With that, Bothrid just down into this small little Arctic fox-like creature.
Right. Just out of interest,
That's
how
so
the fuck
cute.
do we find each other? How do we know where we're going? We don't have our own footpath to follow, and we're all going to hope that we get in the right direction, yeah? Either that, or I can detect magic, and I can hopefully see the shit coming off you, and I'll just follow you.
That sounds like a better plan, actually. Or everyone just follow
Does it
Bothrid.
work that way?
Bothrid, do you know where you're going? Northwest. Follow. Are we trying to go towards the fire?
I think so, yeah.
Fine. Bothrid, head towards the fire. We'll all follow you. Are you ready?
And the fox head just sort of darts off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, make me a
And
perception check, please.
Fuck.
Oh he's going to be gone.
11.
22.
15.
Nice.
Right.
So, Ander and Dargon, you would both see Bothrid still. It's difficult, this white creature in the white snow. Kirek, you lose sight almost instantly, just like, shit, where'd he go?
So, I will then grab Dargon's hand and then throw my cloak around me and Kirek. And then begin to lead us following the fox. Because obviously Dargon's invisible.
That's not my hand.
What you notice as you do this, Ander, is that usually...
I'll lead him. I'm leading by the cock. It's fine. I'm okay with it.
Fuck's sake. Usually where the cloak just about covers you, it almost grows to cover both you and Kirek now. The two of you are invisible, and Dargon just...
That's a good sound effect, nice.
I'm getting better.
So I'm just saying I've cast detect magic before I drank the potion. I've now drank the potion, and so yeah, I've taken it out of my inventory.
Now then.
Would you be able to see me with detect magic?
Probably.
I think you might be
I
able
don't
to
know.
actually.
Yeah, I don't think it's not true invisibility, so it's just invisibility. So detect magic still picks up that magical effect, which would be it's like this brownish purplish type colour.
Yeah, it says you cannot pinpoint the invisible creature. You can just see an area of effect, sort of thing.
Yeah. So you would see this strange sort of brownish purplish mass just sort of slowly making its way up the mountains to the northwest, and you are rising here, and you sort of having to step up various bits, and it's very rocky despite the snow on top. Luckily with the water walk you're not slipping and it's not pushing the snow down, you're actually sort of walking on top of the snow. Occasionally the snow does shift under your weight, but not enough for you to sort of slip down fully. But the snow... Carry on.
How long does that invisibility last?
Until I move the... Until I take ice concentration. Oh, let me check though.
Up to an hour.
Just to call my own bluff. An hour.
Oh, up to an hour. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine then.
Okay. Cool. So Bothrid's sort of darting around, jumping from bits to bits, and sort of disappears underground for a minute as he finds a small burrow, pops out again, and sort of just weaving his way up. And eventually, as you get closer to what is now quite obviously some form of camp, there is the remnants of what looked like a reasonable bonfire beginning to burn out. Various tents dotted all over the place, just sort of tattered bits of material meant to sort of shelter people from the wind and the rain and the elements. But in the centre of this camp, as you sort of skirt your way around, just around the edge, and you look towards where the bonfire is, there is this wooden cage of sorts with two figures in it, one large, or one smaller than the other, I will say, rather. Everybody make me a perception check, please.
8.
16.
12.
12. Let's do it for Bothrid as well. In fox form. Ooh. No, I'd rolled a natural 1. What a joke. So, did anybody get higher than a 15?
16 for me.
16. Kirek, you, in your sort of very perceptive nature, you realise these are not the only two figures. There are other creatures seemingly lying in wait, dotted around the place, some in their tents, some buried in snowbanks. You get the idea this may be the remnants of the war band.
Did you say there were creatures in the cages?
There are 2 creatures in the cage. Yeah.
Do I
cage.
notice what their nature is?
One looks very dwarven, or at least dwarven size and stature. The other one could be human, could be elf, that sort of form, figure.
I'll turn to Ander. I'll say, there's a dwarf in the cage. Do we want to try and free them?
I mean, thinking selfishly for a second, if we free a dwarf and he happens to be of the Shiverspire clan, that's going to get us some good favour if we need answers when we reach the settlement. So I think we're going to have to.
Let's try and...
It's a trap, isn't it? It's probably a trap, though, isn't it?
Laid by whom?
I mean, look,
We should...
eeny, meeny, miny, moe, our list of enemies, it could be anyone.
That's true. I think we try to open the cage and try to make this quietly. I see other figures here, so let's avoid the bloodshed as much as possible.
So,
Kirek, with your perception check, you realise that the cage itself is in plain sight of the rest of the camp.
Good.
If I heard this, which hopefully I will have because I was right next to Ander.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a distraction?
Yeah.
Fox form of
I mean, can you...
scurrying up.
Can you do that big wolf again?
Can he do the wolf? I tell you what we can do. I can make a distraction somewhere else, or we could use that ring around the cage. How big's the cage? From my eye.
Looks to be probably maybe 5 or 10 feet square.
Should be able to get that ring of ice around it. And now it means it's really fucking obvious we're there, but it gives us a bit of time.
Also, we don't want to be all there, because otherwise we'll be surrounded by the time the ring of ice comes out.
So, I can either get a lot of them near me, then use it and trap them. It's not great for me, but suppose could hurt them a lot.
Or, I think whilst we were parleying with the goblins, I probably heard him speak long enough to imitate his voice. So I could potentially disguise myself as him.
Yes.
And just go and free the prisoners.
Yes. Absolutely.
And then roll really well and hope for the best.
I'm fucking here for this.
Both Kirek and Samel are really excited about this.
So, you know, when we were trying to convince them, and I told him it was King Bofford and that bloke, when he goes, "This is my kill," and then the bigger hobgoblin came out and was like, "No, he's mine. I'm the captain." That sort of bloke. I'm going to turn into him. And just do his hobgoblin voice so I can try and copy it. What does he sound like?
Life. Can I even remember what I did?
I just randomly do one, Danny, because
I've literally got farmer accent in my arsenal, and that's all I can think of in my head. So you got to say it in my voice so I can copy it.
Do you speak Goblin?
Were they speaking Goblin?
To each other?
Do I speak Goblin?
Do you?
No.
I'm going to cast tongues on Ender.
So good. So good.
Oh, we are unstoppable.
I've put my notebook down. I'm seeing where this shit goes.
Now I can do something else to help you with your already natural charm, if you think you need it.
such as
just make you a little bit more, make others a little bit more susceptible to your talk.
that might be for the best.
Anda, what if you look like you've come in having captured one of us, i.e. me?
You won't fit in the cage.
Doesn't matter. Don't want to fit in the cage.
Or you come back to the camp and you tell them that they all need to leave because there is a group of humans, let's say, or dwarves that are coming this way. So you just send them away from the camp.
How about you tell them to go and ambush somewhere nearby, get ready for one, so that even when they get there, they're not confused why no one's there. You say that they need to lay in wait for an ambush, right? While you get more information out of the people in the cage, and as soon as you do that, they run away, you get them out of the cage, and we go on our merry way. I am fucking loving this idea.
Foolproof.
It's gonna go great. It's gonna go great.
It's just literally nothing is going to go wrong. It's going to be absolutely perfect.
Just the only kink in the chain, when as soon as I turn into this goblin, you're going to have to hide Kirek.
Well, yeah, I suppose we can all. Yeah, we can all find a place and hide.
Yeah.
We've probably got to hide soon anyway. It's getting near the hour, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're locking it in, Matt. That's the plan.
And after we turn, well, first I'm going to see if we are able to hide well.
I was about to say, yeah. Can I look to see if there's anywhere that a massive Goliath hide?
So the snow is
Probably
built up in certain places. So remember, you've gone up to see this camp.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's almost on a hill or on a slight slope, but you've still gone up. So what you could do to try and hide is come down a little bit. Hide down there,
okay. So yeah, if there's a sort of ridge, then I want to, proper ambush, lay down, and because I know we've got water walk on, but I should be able to get underneath the snow and cover myself up and lay down and. Mm-hmm. That's what I would like to do. I'd like to do that whilst invisible.
Okay, so the three of you disappear back down as Bothrid's just sort of been scurrying around the camp and is just slowly doing what Bothrid does, having heard none of this plan.
Oh no!
The three of you sort of creep down. Dargon, while still invisible, you manage to sort of start to slowly but surely pad snow around you to the point where you think you've got it where only your eyes are now sort of visible. So I'm going to say for you, make me a stealth check with advantage, please.
Nice.
This is going to go really well.
16.
Absolutely.
16. Good to know. I'll get my notebook back out.
And I will find kind of like a big rock that's covered with snow or something, and I'll just press myself against it. Particularly if it's like covering line of sight with everyone else.
Yeah,
or with the camp.
Okay, make me a stealth check, please. I will also say with advantage because you are
thank
doing
you very
behind.
much. That's 5.
Okay. And
I'm playing
what are
fucking
you
rogue
doing?
campaign 2.
Anda, what are you doing?
I will cast Disguise Self and turn myself into the Hobgoblin Captain.
So as you do so, sort of this purplish cloud appears around you. Kirek, you are instantly visible again. As sort of look down, you can see your hands, so you shrink further against this rock, and there's as part of your armor catches against it. And
Knowing that I'm perfectly well hidden, I will then cast tongues, and then I will kind of take out one of my raven's feathers, and I will just place it on Anders' belt, which is weird because I'm like going past the illusion and placing it on his actual belt. And I will cast Enhance Ability, and I will give him Eagle Splendor, which is for the next hour you have advantage on charisma checks.
So, I have advantage on charisma checks and I can't roll lower than a 10. This is going to be good.
roll a 20, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Cool. So, Mr. Hornraven, disguised as the Hobgoblin Captain. The Hobgoblin Captain's voice was probably along the lines of, "Oi, Michael, back off." That sort of thing.
Cockney gangster.
Yeah, a bit Cockney gangster. Like Peaky Blinders, but worse.
Right out, Tom.
That was pretty fucking good.
Right out, Tom.
Yeah, just think Guy Ritchie films.
Yeah, pretty much. That was my inspiration for that.
My name is Thomas fucking Shelby.
Good stuff. So, are you creeping up? Are you running up? What are you doing?
I'm walking in with as much bravado as I can, because I am the boss.
Okay.
So I've
as
got
you
like
walk up...
Giving it all this.
Oh, yeah, you're giving it the Billy Big Bollocks as you sort of step up. And it's weird to begin with, because you're carrying a few more items and in different places than the Hobgoblin Captain was. The Hobgoblin Captain had a number of javelins or spears and this scimitar sword as well. You continue on up, sort of walking like that. It's a bit of a weird picture, sort of Men in Black 1, where the guy gets the alien skin for the first time and sort of crawls out the hole, and there's like necks hanging around, and is this better?
It's better.
Pop culture references tonight, folks. We're all loving it. And you make your way up. As you make your way up, you just hear this: "Stop!
Who is he talking to?"
Yeah. This is all in Goblin, by the way, which you now all of a sudden understand.
Step aside, step aside. Let me in.
There's this tiny little green face just sort of... "Captain?
Obviously.
Where's the warlord?"
I have to report that he's dead. We got ambushed. I'm the sole survivor. We need to get the camp ready for the second wave.
Hey.
Now it's time to dilly-daddle. Come on, gather everyone up.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Nice.
Go on then.
Oh, that one wank. Oh, I can't roll lower than a 10, can I? 21.
That was mine. Can't know it. Fuck's sake. The goblin's just like, "Yes, sir!" and runs around sort of shouting, quick, get your return. We gotta do this. There's just this weird chittering sound. You notice that every creature that emerges is now a goblin. No hobgoblins anywhere.
Good.
One of the goblins runs up and sort of pokes at the prisoners in the cage. "You two, be quiet, or I'll cut your throats."
How much of
and
this
they all seem
can
to
we
line up.
see?
You can't see it. You can just about hear what's going on.
Cool.
They all line up on a bit above the camp and pull out their tiny little crossbows, hand crossbows that they've got, and short bows. And sort of all just lay there like a very piss poorly organised firing squad ready to unload.
What are you lining up here for? We need to line up dead in the pass. I need to get some information out of the prisoners. I think they're coming to rescue them. You need to go down the mountain, south, east, and get ready for the attack. They can't reach the camp. If they get here, it's too late.
You can see one of the goblins looking up, trying to see the sun.
That way, you fool. I'll point my legs to go.
Not away, sir. On my way, sir. Come on, Huge. Let's go.
And this small group of goblins begin to sneak their way down. Just for shits and giggles, make me another persuasion check, please. Okay. All the goblins just fuck off down. Begin to line up.
My best plan
have you sent
yet.
them past where your friends are hiding?
Yes, because I'm a fool.
Perfect.
Okay.
Hey, at least you'll have time to get them out the cage as we fuck them up.
That's what
We
I thought.
hope. We hope.
By the way, we can understand what Anders saying. We can't understand what everyone else is saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, when we hear that, we're like, oh shit, that's
Oh,
my
shit.
way. Fuck it.
Yeah. Kirek and Dargon just look at each other and then facepalm really slowly. It's just the sound of the
Dargon,
gauntlets just
you
clunk,
are-
clunk, clunk, clunk.
You are hidden in this sort of snowbank that you've made, just that tiny little bit sort of above that you can see out. You're the first to notice this group of about 7 or 8 goblins comes creeping past, and they begin to approach the rock behind which Kirek is currently hidden. Kirek, you can hear them as there is a slight chattering. They're not intelligent, and they're just on their way down, sort of doing what they've been told. What would you like to do? Did you know they are approaching where you're hidden?
Boy. I'm going to actually just... I'm going to look... So, is Dargon to my left or my right?
Dargon's sort of to your right, a little bit behind you, further up. He dug in against the cliffside, whereas you found a rock.
Am I still invisible, or is that hour past?
Oh, that hour's passed, but you're in the snowbank now.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. Just checking.
I'm just going to... Realizing that, I'm just going to look at my left, and the furthest left I can, I will just cast a Sacred Flame, just to kind of distract them as they're walking past.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So you fire off this sacred flame. I'm going to say make a ranged attack.
It's not ranged attack. It just appears on the. It appears on the spot.
Just appears. So I'm thinking of a total.
It's a.
spell.
It's a save.
Yeah. It just so this flame appears, and then there's another.
What was that?
And as I do that, I will like slither my way to the right of the rock, so that when they go past.
Yes. Stealth check with advantage, please. Or
And
just-
can I at the same time say, don't you dare stop, we ain't got time for your gilly cattle in the back.
As you step
Fuck
over and
Daniel.
see, you can see Kirek just sort of.
Fuck
creeping
me, dude.
around.
That's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you creep around, there is again this small, just as part of your armor catches against the rock, and 2 of the goblins spin.
What was that? Something's creeping.
I'll be creeping up your ass if you don't get down that fucking hill.
There's something down here, Captain.
It should be you. Now fuck off, we ain't got time for messing about.
Make me maybe an intimidation check, please.
No. Oh, that's charisma, I'll get advantage on it. Oh. Thank you, Kirek. 23.
Yes, sir.
And they all fuck off. All 8 of them just
Nailed it.
continue on down. Kirek just sigh of relief.
That was close.
Are they coming past me as well?
Oh, they've gone past you.
Oh, nice.
They have now continued on back down. It looks like they're heading towards the site of the previous fight. So that's going to take them a little while to get there. Ander, as you are stood at the top by this camp barking orders, you notice this strange little... There's a small little Arctic fox is by your feet just growling at you.
Mothra, it's me, you fool. I'm in disguise. I'm a super spy.
I'll get up and I'll start walking. After making sure that they've gone, I'll get up and start walking towards the cage.
I will drop
They are
the
long
disguise.
I will do the same, and as I do...
Oh, it's not concentration. It's there for the hour.
It is there for the hour. But
mind then.
you
can get rid of it if you
It is
want.
still a spell. You can still just get rid of it.
Alright, I'll get rid of it.
Okay. So
And then
the
I've
spell
still got
fades and then
tongues in my
Bothrid sort of
socket
sits back up.
to the dwarf.
Lasts for an hour.
Bothrid sits up and sort of... There's a slight little fox-like shrug, and he too back into Bothrid form. I almost bite your ankles.
I'll follow Kirek.
Good job, Ender. Pleasure
I mean,
watching
we
you
had
work, as always.
Nearly had a little hiccup there, but I wanted to send them down the mountain so at least we'd have the height advantage when they come back.
I've got a height advantage on them anyway.
True.
Just saying.
True. Should we check on the cage and
Yeah.
the two prisoners?
Then like to approach the cages. And see
Could
if they have
I
health / human
instead
health.
walk around and see if I see anyone else here?
Okay. Dargon, you walk around the camp. Empty.
Cool. Are there any paths off away from the camp that weren't in the direction that we've just come from?
Whatever paths there may have been are being covered by the falling snow.
Fine. That's cool.
Continues to fall now. And as you approach the figures in the cage, it's quite clear they are, or at least the dwarf is, shivering slightly. But the dwarf does step forward in front of this, what you now realise to be a half-elf, with slightly pointed ears but otherwise human, steps forward and just with this sort of look of, you come one step closer and I'm going to riff you on the nose.
And I will say to him in Dwarvish, we mean you no harm. We're here to set you free. This is a rescue mission.
And then return in Dwarvish. Prove it.
Okay, I will unlock his cage. Allow me to unlock your cage, kind sir.
How are you unlocking this cage?
Well, I'm going to see what the lock situation is first, so I'm going to investigate the cage to see what sort of lock mechanism it is.
Maybe an investigation check, please.
Am I still
And-
looking around the camp, or am I back?
I don't know. Would you like to still be looking around the camp, or are you back?
No, I'd like to be back. I just didn't know whether my search around it took that long.
Fine.
24.
It's not the biggest camp. 24. There is no lock. This cage is literally just tied together bits of wood that looks like it's been hammered down into the ground.
Oh, okay.
How did you get into this sticky situation, if I may ask you to?
And I will ask in Dwarvish to the dwarf. I assume you understand what he's saying, or do you need me to translate?
I understand. Those bastard goblins. They ambushed us. Get us out of here and we'll talk.
Insight check.
Dargon, can you lift this thing?
Make me an insight check.
Jesus Christ. Natural 1, so that's a 10.
Hey!
As far as Kirek can tell, this dwarf is telling the truth.
I'll give my nod to Ander.
With Anders' question, I'll give it a fucking go. So I would like to see if I can just beast this thing out of the ground.
Make me a strength check, please.
Yeah, okay.
Nice jail for that.
Ooh,
Holy all night.
shit balls, that was rubbish. That's an 8.
As Dargon steps up and sort of looks like one of his veins in his temples is probably about to burst, and there is just a small.
I'll get my hand axe out. You said it was made of wood.
Oh yeah.
Fine, just get the hand axe out and I'll chop at a corner then.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for that because literally you sort of hack once, twice, 3 times, and you manage to sort of snap some of the wood off. At that point, you can see the dwarf scrabbles forward and starts pulling on various bits of wood as well, and even starts biting at the bindings. This dwarf
What's
is
your
wearing
hand,
sort
mate?
of
This hand axe is sharp. Jesus. Whoa, steady up.
dwarf's wearing sort of simple brown cloth and leather sort of clothes, just very simple vestments. No warm weather gear, nothing. The figure that still sits quite calmly in the centre of this cage, this half-elf, is wearing these sort of greyish robes, very grey, silver white hair, grey eyes, looking quite elderly, but just sits quite calmly. No shivering, no nothing.
I'll take out one of my furs and I'll pass it on to the dwarf.
Okay, you eventually get them free and sort of just kick this cage aside. And the dwarf just sort of looks at you, takes the fur.
Looks like you can use that.
Aye. Getting mighty cold.
We didn't catch your names, both of you. I assume you were traveling together.
Aye. I'm Remley. Remley Shield Smasher. Last of my name.
Nice.
What's a name?
This here.
Indeed.
This is Gindris.
Gindris.
And the half-elf just bows ahead.
Kirek, can you do the same to these guys so that we don't leave a footpath trail?
Great question.
Now, fellas, we're in a trust situation here. We would like to help you, and we'd like to get you out. Please don't stab us in the
The dwarf
back.
has noticed Bothrid and is looking very suspiciously.
I can
He's
see.
with us.
Yeah. Bothrid, please don't misunderstand me using this phrase, but he's apparently a blood traitor to him. He's on our side, and he's very helpful to us. Okay?
Bothrid reaches into his pack and pulls out the head of the warlord.
What about?
Just chucks
Oh,
it
that
towards
was
the
that
dwarf.
what smell was.
And the dwarf just looks down at the head, looks at Bothrid.
That'll do for me.
Good. Now, we need to get away from here as quickly as we can. And if we can, we'll do it so that we don't leave a trace. After that, we'd like to ask you some questions. Are you all okay with that? If not, you're going your own separate way.
We'll come along. Let me
Great.
just fetch some items first.
Be quick, you've got 2 minutes.
You literally see the dwarf sort of turn to Gindris, nod, and sort of scampers off. And you hear what sounds like chests or items just being thrown around, big clangs. And eventually the dwarf comes back with what looks like the remnants of some form of dwarven plate armour, shield in one arm, long sword, and what looks like maybe a great axe across his back.
Nice.
Now I'm ready.
At the sound of chests being open, I'll just place my hand on Anders' shoulder, just make sure that he doesn't go anywhere. Just very gently, very gently.
I don't know what you mean.
I just see the glint in his eye.
That's an image. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Gindra's-
Kirek, can you do it?
Yes, I can, up to 10 creatures.
Sweet.
Gindris,
So you're casting
you
what?
don't have any affairs in the camp?
Gindris looks at you with these. It's quite an old face, but very wise eyes. No, I do not.
You need a sword.
No. I will be fine.
Alrighty then.
Right, I will begin ritual cast Water Walk for all of us.
And as you do so, you just hear Gindris, under his breath, mutter, "Interesting." And Remley turns around. "Gindris, you follow close." Cool. Where are we going?
Are we still heading in the direction that we want to?
Northwest?
Northwest?
And as we
And
are
at that,
starting
Remley
to
is
walk,
going to turn. So as you start
you finish.
walking north, Remley is going to turn to you all. Where are we headed?
Shiverspire.
Shiverspire, I believe, is our final destination.
Shiverspire.
Alright,
Business you have there?
fucking no idea. But we're still going.
There's nothing left in Shiverspire.
I mean, is there a
What?
building, ruins, anything?
Well, it's been an age since I was there.
So you've been there?
I grew up there.
Oh, fuck me. Seems like when we get to a good place, you and I, we need to have a chat. Learn some more. You're not,
So are you the last surviving dwarf of Shiverspire?
Well, I had a different calling.
you're not in any way connected to the dwarves of the east, are you? I'm sorry, we don't really know this land very well.
Dwarves of the East? Which dwarves of the East?
On the dwarves in Mountaineer,
Well, the dwarves in Mountaineer are the remnants of those that lived in Shiverspire. If there's any dwarves in Shiverspire now, they'd be naught but corpses.
but look, let's keep quiet for 10, 20 minutes. Try and get away. Then let's have a conversation.
Everyone make me a perception check, please.
Natural one.
12.
Okay.
5.
27.
Andy,
Nice.
you are the only one that notices a small look pass between Gindris and Remley.
Now, I know, looking at us, we're quite the merry band of misfits, but what brings you two together? Knowing how trustworthy you dwarfs are. Or how trusting, sorry, you dwarfs are of elves.
I could understand the confusion. Gindris is, well, I'm sworn to him. I am his protector.
I'm sorry, Kindris. Are we in the presence of nobility? I'm sorry if we didn't realise. And I'll do a little
Gindris is
bow.
just going to turn. No. Just, simpleton, really.
Yeah, insight check that.
I was waiting for it. I didn't want to say it because there's no point me saying it, but fucking hell, I was just waiting for that.
That's an 8 on the dice, which is a 17. Still not rolling above 10s.
There is an element of honesty to it, but there's also there's a hidden truth in there somewhere.
Is some sort of nobility.
Hmm.
Kind of like Ander is.
Gindris just sort of continues. This dwarf here, well, he found me and offered to protect me. We have
From
wandered
what?
these mountains many a time. Well, you saw.
Are you also from round here? Originally?
Of a sort. Of a sort.
You don't know about those massive frost giants around here, do you? Can we still hear that thumping, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's still in the distance. It seems like it's just getting further and further away, but it's still very loud,
okay,
sort of thing.
yeah.
You can still hear the. As Gindris
Does
turns,
Gindris...
there are many a frost giant in these mountains. It's one could say their domain.
Are they to be parlayed with or stay away from them?
If you have what they need, you can parley, but probably best to stay away. They don't take kindly to dwarfs.
Where were you going when you got captured?
We were heading east. Rumours of, well, disturbances in the mountains.
Yep. Any more information on what these disturbances were?
I think you already know.
Got a good guess.
Does Gindris bear any resemblance to the Magister, Grand Magister of River's End?
Make me a straight wisdom check, please, I'm going to say.
$17.
No.
Okay.
Well, we're going to be heading to Shiverspire. There is something there that we are tasked with getting, but obviously that's probably going to be quite a dangerous task. If there's anything you know, Rimley, or anything that you know, Gindris, that could help us, obviously we want to task you to come with us, and you may make your way east if you so wish, now that you're free.
What is it you seek in the fallen kingdom of, well, dwarves, among others?
We've heard tales of some sort of prophecy. We're all scholars in a way, so we're trying to understand a little bit more. Shall we roll a deception check just for fun?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, for that you roll all right. That's good. Deception. It's great. 14.
Scholars you are certainly not. Prophecy, however, you are most definitely seeking. You have travelled to Telmer and beyond.
Yeah, that's about right, that is. You're awfully perceptive. What gave me away is not being a scholar.
I'm
Well.
has he just read my mind? Can I figure that out?
Make me an Arcana check, please.
May I also join in the fact that I actually did have that once?
I had that once as well.
That's a dirty 20.
The worst roll of the night, 11.
Okay. You don't sense any feeling of any magical touch. You get the impression he's just very astute at joining certain dots.
May I ask what you know of the prophecy? It's not been many people we've found have known about it or even heard of it.
I've travelled far and wide in this land for a long time. Shiverspire was never on her list, though, I don't think.
Well,
Whose list?
I'm a coy boy. You know very well whom I speak.
You've got to admit, Kirek and we were told. Well, Kirek, we obviously caught you up on this, but we were told of a number of places, 3 segments of the realm, 3 kingdoms, so to speak. This was only one of them, and we were tasked to go to. We were told of 2 others, if I remember. One was the Black City, the other one was in the forest. We may have already been there, and may have to go back. This is the first one. Like, may have nothing to do with the prophecy, and more of the fact it's just something about the kingdom that will give us some insights.
The 3 great keeps.
Yeah.
Kinga.
I don't really remember what I wrote down, but one of the 3 brothers was at Shiverspire.
Well, if one of the brothers was there, at least we might gather some more information about the nature of some people in the land.
I suppose the question... Go on.
How many times have we been to a desolate place that wasn't so empty when we arrived?
We did not say it was empty. We just said no dwarves remain.
Yep.
Oh,
We'll get to that, but Gindris, was Ironforge on that list that you're aware of?
It's been some time. He waits at Ironforge to guard, to keep.
Is that right?
I wonder if he's still there.
Can I, before I respond to that, make some sort of check as to how trustworthy this guy is? Is he full on creepy, or is he just a quiet old half-elf?
Make me an insight check, please.
he's like the Oracle from the Matrix.
16, if I remember my insight. Yes,
16.
16.
He doesn't come across as creepy, just comes across as incredibly knowledgeable.
Yeah, cool.
Like incredibly wise.
Cool.
There's a wisdom beyond the years, so to speak.
He doesn't happen to be there anymore, as it happens.
So Timiel has arisen once more.
Seems he's gone at Father again.
Good for him.
We have indeed been to Telno. We have indeed been to Ironforge. We were wondering if you, as you seem to have knowledge, have any information as to where else we might need to go. I think we want to be going to the Three Kingdoms anyway, but bugger me if I wouldn't like a bit of a helping hand knowing where we should be going. Scholars
What
as
is your
we
goal? scholars you are not, but what is the goal? What are you trying to do?
Return Nylin to where it should be. Free it from this hellish place.
Such a simple feat.
Yeah, well, it's just a weekday,
Skindris's lips. Well, it's been a long time since anyone attempted that.
We ain't the
The
first
kingdoms are... No. Let's hope you're the last, though.
Can we circle back around to what might have happened the first time somebody tried it?
Yeah, interesting.
I can't keep a straight face with that going. Let's sing a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
What did happen to them?
Well, many have sought the prophecies, and many have sought the key, and to unlock that particular lock.
Yeah, what? The key?
Is it a physical key? Or a metaphorical
no,
key?
it's more of a metaphor.
Okay.
As you were.
Quite clearly they did not survive to see their task complete.
Foreshadowing.
Intercut in 2 years' time with our death.
Yeah. One of us is having a dream of, all of us dead there.
That's just weirdest dream.
No, we'll be 65 years old and we still won't be on campaign 2. That's what Matt means by that.
I'm insulted by that one.
He's like George R. Martin. He hasn't actually decided how it ends yet.
Damn straight.
I don't decide how it ends. I don't decide how it ends.
We fuckers
HBO
trip
does.
through it and
Some of us just
I
teleport.
can tell you that, viewers.
Yeah.
how
I have this
Teleport to
fucking very
islands.
loose idea of some sort of plot. You fuckers just keep doing it.
we come in,
Sounds
shit
like
all
being-
over it, put it through the shredder. How far have we walked? How far away are we?
I'll say, as you've been discussing and you've been continuing to walk, and you can now quite clearly see that you are probably on the very last mountain before you reach this expanse of mountains that reaches from horizon to horizon, east to west.
Nice.
You can't see over them, you can't see beyond them, and you can't see anything left or right other than just these snow-capped mountains. In fact, they're not even snow-capped, they are just like ice-white mountains at this altitude.
Can I bamf out Azazel again? Talk to Azazel and say, because we've been heading in one straight direction, yeah?
Pretty much just been heading north. There's been a few weaves here and
Yeah.
there, but yeah.
So I'll say, behind us, back there, there's a camp. Can you fly to it? And if anyone comes back to the camp, immediately fly away towards us. If there's people already there, turn around straight away, come back. Can you do that for me?
That was a pigeon, not an owl.
Metagaming pigeon.
Yeah.
See you soon. Be safe. Stay out of harm's way. We'll be heading in one direction, even if we're slightly further forwards.
And as Azazel launches off, there is just this screech from the owl as it then swoops down and along and disappears into the snow.
Alright, fellas. Hopefully, we'll get a bit of forewarning if they come back to the camp. But I'm sincerely hoping we're a hell of a long way away by then.
That's a mighty fine trick.
Don't use it often enough, mate.
Well, where are we off?
What might we find in Shiverspire? The dead?
No.
creatures.
Well, you'll find corpses.
I'm more worried about the ones
I
that attack back.
I've heard rumor. Well, sort of my kin. But the darker kind. They're deep dwellers.
Alright.
We call them Durgar.
Have we heard of them before?
Make me a nature check, please.
Ooh.
19.
Kirek's rolling like a twat tonight, apparently. What do we get then, boys?
19.
21
19?
for me.
21. Both of you are distinctly familiar with Durgar for one reason or another. Dargon, your history, I'm sure you've encountered dwarves and therefore their dark brethren as well at the same time. And fuck knows where Ander knows this from. You tell me. But you would know that Durgar are the dark dwarves that spent too long in the Underdark and became corrupted by it. Known as the Deep Ones, the Deep Dwellers. They are corrupted to an extent. They are greedy and evil is probably the only term.
Meanwhile, Kirek has not heard of them because he rolled a natural one.
Yeah, Kirek hasn't got a clue. You know they're known as the Grey Dwarves as well. They are known for these, with that 21 and a 19, they're known to build these colossal cities deep in the Underdark. But they're also known to take on slaves.
And Anna would know of them because the Eladrin told them of him in his youth. Yeah, but in fanciful ways, not as bad people, but potential allies. Back in day.
What,
There.
what made them come up to Shiverspy then? They usually don't like the ground. As in, don't like being above ground.
Those bastards will come after anything me and my kin will build. Our minds were glorious throughout this whole mountain range. Now I suspect they are overtaken, destroyed, corrupted. I said I was the last of my name, and I meant it.
You, any more than just Durigar?
Oof, who knows? Whatever creatures they serve, maybe. It's been an age since I was anywhere near Shiverspire. The dwarves of Jean, long gone.
And you say that some of them might still be over in Mantineer. Some of your kin.
It was well, it was a trading post of sorts. Some dwarves chose to settle there. They may still well be there, or descendants of.
There's not any chance that the disturbance to the east and the Durigar might be connected somehow, or might in some way connect.
This was long before that.
Yeah. Righto.
I assume you be going back east.
Well, that's up to Gindris. I protect him. I follow him. And Gindry sort of turns and looks down at Remley. I think perhaps this once we will follow along and see. I am curious. Very curious.
Onwards then.
Okay.
Okay. As you've been continuing to walk and have this conversation, the snow has been getting progressively worse. And as you continue on now for probably another hour, continues to almost become blizzard-like conditions. It is getting very, very cold as you now step into the Shivering Spine proper and begin to turn towards the west and head along the western mountains now. I need everybody to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm immune to cold.
Dargon, you will get advantage.
I'm immune to cold, though.
Aye.
Just double check it.
13.
Well, I rolled 2 4s for a 12.
I rolled a 3.
Andy, you're going to take a point of exhaustion.
Oh, good.
That was a good response. As the snow becomes thick and hard going, even with water walk, it is difficult to see, it is cold, it is biting through to the bones, it is just wearing you all down. Kirek, Dargon, you're managing to stave it off for now. I suppose I should really do Bothriad as well. Let's just pull up my main man's character sheet. Not that tab, that tab, there we go. Yeah, Bothriad's fine. With a 15.
What time is it by now?
Very difficult to tell, but make me a nature check with disadvantage, please.
My first good roll wasted. 7 nature check.
A 7. As I say, it's difficult to tell. The weather is closed in. It's dark because of the cloud cover. There is still some light from the sun somewhere, and you reckon you've probably been on the road, or at least travelling now, for a good 5 or 6 hours. So could be anywhere between sort of midday and mid-afternoon. Having fought the battle, gone up to the campsite, those sorts of bits, and then continued on your journey.
Do we want to try and stop for a bit, or perhaps even set camp? Or at least just look for a place where we can
Remley sort of holding his
beyond this
arm.
blizzard.
Stop. Where the fucking hell do you think we're going to stop?
Well, I don't know. It's your place, you tell me.
Ooh, some sass coming out.
It's cold.
It is cold. Everybody is feeling the cold. Even Dargon is feeling the cold. He may be immune to cold damage, but Dargon is feeling the cold as well. Remley is going to sort of suss out where they are. I think there may have been some ancient steps near here. Lead down into one of the old mine entrances. Come. I think I know the way. And he begins to forge on, sort of using his shield actually to sort of lift above his head and sort of keep the snow off his face so he can try and figure out a way. And you probably continue on.
The rest of you behind me. Hopefully I'll shield you from or at least keep yourself behind where the wind is.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of just...
Wherever, if they need to stand on like my left, my right, behind me to a diagonal, just I am one hell of a shield for these guys.
Make me a perception check, everyone, again, please.
7.
13.
The dice have turned
Okay.
a natural 1, so 9 altogether.
Good. 2, no. Thank you very much.
I thought you just got good. Mic drop.
It was cocked. Yeah, Bother don't notice either. Cool. So you continue on down, and Remley begins to actually lead you down now. Almost winds back on yourself a little bit, and eventually you start to find what almost feels like this natural staircase, still covered in snow, but quite clearly large, wide sort of staircase that just appears out of nowhere and begins to lead down and wind down around the mountain itself. And I think we are going to take a short break. Hey-o.
Hello.
We are back. So, just a huge shout out to everyone in the chat. It's a little bit quiet tonight, but oh well. I'm sure
welcome all who are here.
Recovering. Yes, I'm sure everybody's recovering from a weekend, but yes, much love to those of you that are sticking with us through and through. Don't miss out on that chance to create an NPC alongside me. As I say, if you're not following along already, please do so. When we reach that magic 50 number, I will start talking properly for one. But yes, we will pick one person from that lucky 50 to create an NPC alongside me. Yeah, just a chance to get your own little bit of creativity in Mortal Magic. But with that, after saying a huge love you to all of you as always, let's get back into the game, shall we? So, having traversed along the mountains and now sort of fallen into this rather large snowstorm, deciding to venture off the path a bit, Remley leads you to somewhere he thinks is familiar, at least what he can remember from his memories, and you've been led down these stone stairs. And the first thing you notice as you sort of come around the corner are trees for the first time. It's been a long time since you've seen any trees. There are 3 distinctly large trees, but then there's what looks like 2 stumps of sorts around this area, and you realise you've come down into a small sort of plateau area with this side of the mountain raising up, and you can see a very distinctly dwarven but huge great stone door built into the mountain. There is what looks like an old rusted and frozen mining cart that sits outside, and you can see there's a track that leads under the door, and within that stone door there also looks like there's a small hatch of sorts that may open for the mining cart. There are these broken down walls and 2 almost ice blue statues now of dwarves of sorts, but dwarves with wings, almost like angelic dwarves. It's a very bizarre carving.
As we see this, I'll put my hand out to Renly if he's close by. Put my hand on his shoulder. Hey, Renly. 2 questions. First of all, we came up against what looked like dwarven architecture ways back in the mountain, and there was a horrible fucking creature in it. There's not going to be another one here, is there? Secondly, if it isn't, is this connected to anything with the Duragar? This place that we're looking at now?
Who knows? As I said, it's been a long time since I was in these halls and these mountains in the mines.
Yeah.
What creature did you find?
What was it, Kirek?
It was a beholder that we found.
The multi-eyed little bastards.
Yeah, that was the fucker.
That's the one.
Then truly the monsters have taken over.
Maybe,
In other news, why do those statues have wings? I'm not aware of any dwarven angels.
No, but, some of my kin that were tasked with tasked even. Put my teeth back in. Tasked with building these doors. It's cold. Sometimes you gotta have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Good reason,
I'm
isn't it?
beginning to like dwarves all the more.
Tell me something, Remley. This weather, is it normal for this time of year here in the Shiver Spire?
No.
Something to do with a massive fucking dragon, then, yeah?
Probably.
You know
Nah.
as well as us.
Well, I guess the best thing to do. Where does this cart go? Do you know? There's a central chamber, perhaps. Of sorts.
Oh. There's, as I say, it is a mine. There's various paths it can take. Hell, if you really wanted to, we could potentially head east and get back towards Mountaineer and the Pass of Jean. Or we can go deeper. I
Since
don't know
we're
what's
here.
still standing.
If we're at the top of the mountain of this, is it likely that they've dug down to somewhere we can come out the bottom of the mountain instead of us falling down the side of it?
If they've dug down, it's not a place you want to go.
Shall we just get inside, away from the weather, then we can chat, discuss, plan, and then ignore all of it and go whichever way we're going to go anyway? Let's just get inside these doors then. What can go
just
wrong? It's just a door.
Give me just a second.
It's just
will.
a door.
I'll move to just find a corner, a little bit away from these guys. I'll just grab onto my holy symbol and I will ask, where does this lead to? And I'll attempt divine intervention.
Hey. Roll those really low dice, as you've always been doing. Well,
I'm level 32, right?
And silence.
Cool. Yeah, let's go in then.
I was really hoping that you said that out loud, at which point I just turn around and go, we don't know, Kirek.
Looks a
That's
level.
the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
Sorry,
He
going on.
just talks into the air. What does this lead to?
You quite well.
Oh, I need to mark
Okay.
that off as used.
Renly, is this one of those things that we try and open the door, smash the door in, or do we have to say something and it open?
At that point, Remley is going to turn and
Shush. Back to the trees.
Try and do that quietly then.
Yeah, same.
so you'll rush back to the trees, and it's that you then begin to hear what sounds like the shuffling of large feet.
Oh,
As
good.
larger feet as we've heard before, or not?
No,
Yugi?
pardon me.
Larger. Sorry, I need to ask that. As larger feet? No,
You-
they're just larger, you know.
Just massive.
You're not going to specify. I'm not saying jack shit.
Okay, as big as mine.
They sound bigger than Dargon.
Hey, there we go.
Not quite as big as the thundering footsteps, which you can still just about hear in the distance somewhere, but three very ugly, very strange looking creatures appear from the path that actually continues. Right, you've got sort of this doorway and sort of entranceway, but the path does continue beyond that. so it looks like you could go up these stairs or continue on. And these sort of hunched over large giant-like creatures with patches of this black-like fur on the elbows, around the shins, sort of covering the lady or gentleman parts, and forming this sort of hide armor, if you like. Very long, pointed, gnarled ears, these sort of reddish eyes, bent over snout, and these tusks that come out of a mouth, and these hands that end in these very long claws as three of them appear around the corner.
Have I ever seen
and
them
head
before?
towards the entrance. Make me a nature check.
6.
No.
Good.
We're rolling so well tonight.
Yeah,
guys.
it's just brilliant.
You are rolling so
amazing.
well.
Do they seem to be kind of like bursting through the door or attempting to like go in?
They've walked around the corner and they seem to be sort of wandering around the entrance and they head up towards the door, and as one of them sort of gets to the door, it sits down on the floor with this and reaches down next to it and pulls out what is quite clearly some sort of rib cage, breaks off one of the ribs and just starts to use it as a bit of a toothpick and starts to gnaw on it a little bit.
I will look over at the rest of them and be like,
What do we do?
Well, you're adventurers, aren't you? Why don't you go deal with that problem? And then we'll get inside.
I don't know if we give off the wrong impression, but we're adventurers, not morons.
as you say that, Dargon's
I'll
already
refrain
turning around and
from
going that way. With a massive smile on his face.
Say that again, sorry,
Absolutely.
Dargon. I totally missed that one.
As Ander was saying that, wherever we're hiding, I'm already walking out with a massive smile on my face, just heading for this fight.
Scratch that. We are morons. And
I am
Okay.
going
Morons of the
to
Veil, they call us.
cast Armour of Agathis on myself.
Never mind.
And how far am I? How far away am I from them?
Try
Well-
diplomacy first.
Shall we bring up a map?
oh, he's put Albert Rodeo on. Here we go. Game on.
It's not fun and games without a map, let's be fair.
Yep. Yeah, we love a bit of combat.
Everyone
Not here for the
loves a bit of
role
combat.
play.
Oh, you beautiful, beautiful man! Look at this.
Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look.
Oh,
Oh my god, Matt.
it's
It's
gorgeous.
amazing. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Incarnate. So, what I didn't do is quite prep the tokens for these creatures, so I'm just going to pick random ones. In fact, that works perfectly. There we go.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Here we go. There we are.
Wow.
So, Kirek, did you say try diplomacy first in earshot of me?
I stage whispered to you.
That's fine. I'm going to guess that I heard it then.
Love it.
7th time's the charm.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
What?
We learn from our mistakes, right?
Hey, my man, let us into the building, will ya?
Oh no. Oh no.
I think we've offended most of Europe. with that.
was like an Italian Jamaican, wasn't it? It was a Rundus.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that was pretty much. Yeah.
But it's fine because it's a completely make-believe world, and therefore the accents are how they are.
Is that what Giant?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
how
what
it sounds in
like
Giant.
in
Yeah, absolutely, that's how it
Yeah.
sounds in Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not actually low pitch. You know, it sounds like it to everyone else, but you know, to the rest of them, it's just full on like some sort of mix between Cockney and Jamaican. That's what it is.
So if I go,
I'm gonna get
What's
David's
that in
shovel.
Giant?
And that is not canon.
Okay, so what are we doing? We have these 3 giant-looking creatures.
Well, Dargon's marching ahead, so guess we'll.
Okay.
I'll just
So we're following Dargon.
Yeah.
Right. So you'll notice that Remley has positioned Gindris at the tree and has literally sat down and planted his shield in the floor. He's just sat there.
Nice.
He's expecting it to go well then.
Very cool.
I will.
Dargon.
I will move myself to. I'm going to go to the corner here of the statue, just so that I am in plain sight of them, but far enough away.
As you do so, they are too preoccupied with whatever they're doing. They seem to be pointing, and sort of another one sits down, finds and sort of digs around in the snow a bit, finds another corpse, picks up what looks like a femur, snaps it.
Have I heard
starts
any
digging
language?
into-
Are they discussing with each other?
From that distance, it's difficult given the wind.
Can I move another 30 feet up diagonally? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to the centre there?
I'll take the opportunity to move behind the statue.
Yep.
And I will go there.
And Bothrid is just going to go, well, I don't trust this shit. I'm going to come stand over here. Cool. Dargon, as you get closer, you do hear... you speak Giant, don't you?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so you do now understand the language. And there is... It's a strange dialect, or a strange accent to the Giant, which you're used to. But you can hear them muttering...
I can smell something. And it smells ripe.
I will speak up in Giant, in my Giant, my version of the language. Alright then, fellas. You, wouldn't mind letting us through those doors, would ya?
3 of them turn around and stand.
Is that little feather talking to us?
I am, mate. Just me on me lonesome, trying to get through this door.
We're not your mates. You look like food.
Oh, I'm afraid I ain't food, sunshine. I'm just trying to get through that door. Find a bit of shelter, I will move
There's silence from them.
15 feet further forwards.
Okay. As they all turn to each other now.
This meal's getting closer. Almost like it wants to be eaten. I think I might have first bite of this one. Those legs look tasty.
I will... I will walk up another 25 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And go, well, yeah. Yeah, it might look a bit tasty. I'm afraid you can't have me. I will cast the Ring of Ice.
Yeah. I was thinking that was going to be the play.
Okay, then.
Just bear with me while I get my character sheet off that screen, because I had that in the wrong place. And back.
So, okay.
That
I
is...
suppose I should look in my...
I bet they're going to be completely immune to cold damage, but fuck it. It was worth a try.
Can't get in. How high is the
10 foot
wall?
high.
Okay.
They can probably see over it and even hit me, I don't know, but...
It's tall as 10.
It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, look at that.
Radius of 10 feet. That's beauty. Look at that. Let's scroll into... Whoa, shit, me. That's impressive. That was on me.
It's slightly bigger.
It is on you.
Slightly bigger than that if it's a 10-foot
It
radius.
is slightly bigger, but...
So it should clip A and C. That was the hope.
Should do.
Is it slightly bigger than that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There.
that's 5 foot.
There.
Yeah. Cool. So, describe to me what happens when this thing hits creatures.
So, I imagine that you see this like pulse go out, blue pulse that goes out through the floor, and then it sort of grows, and as it does, it will grow as the circle, but freeze the air as it happens. So you just get this like blasts of shards of ice coming out of this wall. So anyone standing near it gets pushed back and obviously just stabbed with all these like ice shards and stuff.
Okay, so we'll say B gets pushed back to there. It's just this stretches out. Are they going to take damage for that?
Yeah, so I need a Constitution saving throw. If I can work out what that Constitution saving throw is. I can, because it should be just there. It's a Dexterity saving throw, please.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
So 10, a 13, and another 10.
So, yeah, Dex 16, so they all fail. And they will get 10d6 cold damage.
Straight off the bat.
Okay. As this wall of ice, and you can see the sort of ice shards flash out, they just stab in, and they have no effect.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
And with that, let's roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Roll
Bum, bum, bum.
And with the 20.
3.
Oh dear, Kirek.
3.
Dargon.
19.
19. And my main man, King Bothrid, gets a 9.
I hope you roll better than this for attacking and stuff, Simone.
Me too. I'm just gonna make Matt do saves as opposed to.
It's all good in the hood. Cool. So, as this happens and these ice shards, ice shards fly out and have no effect on these creatures, you're just gonna, Dargon, you would hear in Giant,
I'm gonna bite that little fucker's head off.
and we're in combat. Andy, you're up
Can we all just take a moment to just visualise our shards and
let's.
I'm gonna make that a new attack for Dargon. Arse shards.
let's just kill, roll excrement damage.
Surely poison.
Right.
Only if it goes in the mouth.
I
Hey.
will. I'm assuming I can see them all.
Oh yeah, they're
Or at least
taller than
see.
these walls.
Oh, so I'm not hiding really, am I?
Well, they're only focused on Dargon at the minute, so yes, for this, consider yourself hidden.
Okay.
The only one that's not currently hidden is Bothrid.
I will go for C with my. Oh no, I tell a lie. I will cast slow on all 3 of them. straight off the bat.
Yes, yes, do it. Come on, it's got to work.
You
So that's a wisdom
beauty.
saving throw, please.
Or wisdom. I hope they have a -2.
It's going to be shit at wisdom, aren't they?
I fucking hope so.
Let's hope.
Okay, so we've got A gets a 13, B gets a 16, C gets a 5.
Right, so whoever got the 16 saves, everyone else fails, and they are now slow.
Yes!
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. It's good.
Okay, A and C are now
So-
slowed.
So that's a +2 to their AC and dexterity saving throws, and they can't use reactions, and they can only have
It's a
one
mi-
action
yeah, it's
or
a-
a
yeah, it's
bonus action,
It's
and they
-2
can't
to their
attack
AC,
more than
isn't it?
once.
-2 to
-2 to
AC.
their AC, and they can't attack more than once. And that's him.
Sweet.
Okay.
Slow as a hell.
No reactions either.
Good stuff. Anything else on your turn?
And then, as a bonus action, is he within 60 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50.
There's a rule.
Yes. I will then, the one that saved, I will use a bonus action to do unsettling words on him. So he will
B.
have to deduct a 1d8 from his next saving throw before my next turn.
And what are those unsettling words?
I want to make love to you.
In
Of all the
true,
things that you could
true
say.
bard fashion.
Proper gyrating a hip and everything, like, oh yeah!
I mean, that'd unsettle me.
And the giant thing is there, this huge great claws stretch out ready to strike, and then there's this.
Ooh. What?
I feel uncomfortable.
And with that, unless you want to use any movement, we are over to Dargon.
No, I'll stay there.
Dargon, your turn, sir.
Well, fucking bollocks to that shite, and I will cancel it.
Okay.
As I saw that it
Oh,
did
shit.
no damage whatsoever.
That is a cool effect ring, though.
That's
on the
very
map.
cool. That's very cool. I like it.
DM's Guild. There we go. So,
And I shall run 5, 10 to B. And I
Okay.
will...
or not two.
As I run forwards, I'm going to look like I'm running towards A and at the last minute come back towards B, and I use my bonus action fating attack.
Yep.
So I'm just going to mark that one off while I remember, and then I will roll advantage.
Fuck him up.
So that is a 23.
Yep.
Okay. 1d. It's 80. No. That's 20 points of slashing damage.
I think you're about to say 80 something points of damage.
too.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was
Good job, man.
18, and I forgot the superiority die. So,
So it's 20 points.
20 points. And then I will.
220, 20.
Yeah, you can do if you like. And then strike again
Okay.
for a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Cool. That's 10 points of damage.
Points of damage.
And that's my go. I will stay
Your
there.
Go. Okay. A, as it's sort of there, what's going on, is then gonna step forward very slowly, and it's just going to raise one clawed hand and go to strike against you. That is going to be 22 to hit.
Yes.
You're going to take 12 points of slashing damage, and you say you're immune to cold damage.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so as these claws raise up and rake across your side, they flash this icy blue as they do scrape across your side. You take the slashing damage, and you can feel the biting cold, but nothing happens.
So to clarify on that one, that is I get immune.
12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I managed to take off 2 then. Let's take off 12, that helps. Sorry, just to clarify, I am attuned to my shield, but not wielding it.
Don't
That's the
matter.
one.
Yeah, if you're attuned, it's
That's
fine.
fine. And just double check that's the reasoning. So I am
Gives you
shield.
immunity?
Yep.
Yes, it does, because I've just remembered the rune. Well done.
Yes. So yeah, I'm resistant to cold anyway, and I've got immunity to cold because of that. So that's fine. I've taken that damage. Lovely.
Cool. B. You can see the 2 sort of slashes that you've chopped into this creature just begin to sort of shrink and heal up slightly. And it is then going to turn to you and make 3 attacks. It's going to make a bite attack first.
Thank fuck for that slow. Holy shit. Yes, sorry.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
That would have
You are
been
gonna
9
take-
attacks on you.
Yeah.
9
Jesus.
points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
And then you won't take the additional cold damage. There's then going to be 2 claw attacks coming in. The first one is an unnatural 20, sorry.
Christ.
12 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. Sorry, yes, that met my armor class, my bad. Sorry.
Third one is a 17, so that will miss.
Yeah, misses.
Cool. So this B having slashed twice and it being slightly confused about these words that have been whispered into its ear.
Sorry,
then
you
just
said 1 missed.
C miss. Sorry, the third attack missed, yes.
Bear with.
So while you're figuring that out, it comes down and chomps into your shoulder, and then a claw just spears your middle before it draws it out and releases and lets out this very guttural roar.
Yeah, fuck it, why not? When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend 1 superiority die and hit it back. So I'm going to riposte.
Sweet.
Yeah, so as I've got my back to him, sort of thing, and he swipes in, I'm gonna swing Dawnbring around under my shoulder and like trying to stab him, and I will see if I can hit him with another 19.
19 will hit.
Cool.
And you're hitting B, yes.
Yes. No.
Yes, that's the one that missed you.
Oh
He was
right.
the one that missed him.
Yeah. Oh right. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't behind me then, so I was stabbing in front. Oh fuck it. I thought it was
So cool.
That is 16 points of slashing damage. Oh, no it's not, no it's not, no it's not. Sorry, it's more than that. 16 plus 1, 17.
Nice. All of that.
Fucking 1 on the die on the D8. Fuck's sake. All that for a fucking 1. Right, yeah, okay, that's...
Stuff. That's its go then. It's not going to move any further. Bothrid now is going to look around, look at the distance, and is then going to look to his shoulder, where a very shiny silver javelin is resting.
Oh, sweet.
He's just going to take it out and holds it, gives it a little kiss, whispers something to it. He is then going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and is then going to hurl it basically towards
Oh, shit.
A.
Sweet.
As he is then going to use his Javelin of Lightning and is just going to whisper that word to it. And as he throws it, the silver disappears and just this lightning bolt forms. So, is it going to hit A? I do believe that's going to miss A.
Oh, buff red.
He's not raging either.
He is not.
However, if I remember rightly,
It's actually...
A has a -2 on its AC, by the way.
it hits A. Thank you very much, sir. This is why you remember your debuffs, people.
Although
Thank
A
you,
would have
Dave.
had to save at the end of his turn, I think. Not to be a pain.
So that's going to be an initial 8
That's true.
points of piercing damage to A. And then there's going to have to be 2, I believe. Dexterity saving throws. So we're going to do Dex for A.
So it technically
that's
would be a
definitely
-2
gonna
to his
fail.
Dex saving throw as well, but Samau is right. At the end of his turn, he gets to make the save again, so none of this might happen.
Oh, okay. So let's make some saving throws for slow. In fact, no bollocks. I've forgotten to it. We're going to keep it going. We'll go to next turn. I'm not slowing down combat. So that was a 7 -1, so that'll be a 6 for A to fail on the lightning damage, and then B rolls a natural 1, so that's going to be double.
Nice.
But we ain't fucking about. So we then want. Let's do 4d6. So it's going to be 17 points of lightning damage to A.
Nice.
And that will then be 34 points of lightning damage to B. Who is now as this lightning bolt just... And the lightning bolt blasts through it, and then you see the javelin appear in A after the lightning bolt has hit it. And there is now just this charred hole in the middle of B. It is bloodied.
Sweet.
Bothridge's just going to grunt. And then it is C's go, who has a movement speed of 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. Can't do fuck all. Yep, that will be its go. Kirek.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry. Saving throw. That one I will remember. So that was a wisdom save. Or a charisma save.
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom, yeah, saves.
Ooh.
With an 18.
C is not slowed anymore.
C is no longer slowed.
I've run out of slots to do it again.
Seeing the situation, I'm going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh man. Yeah. Have to. I'm going to, as I run, just necrotic energy is going to appear on my arm. I'm going to shout to Dargon, brace! And I'm going to put my arm on the floor. I'm going to cast Flame Strike. Right here.
Please hold caller.
Collateral damage.
Oh,
He's resistant to necrotic. We're fine. Or to radiant or whatever.
radiant, yes.
Yeah, we're fine. Just brace.
Yeah.
Just be ready.
Is it a dex?
It's really disappointing.
You know,
Yeah, it's going to be a dex, yeah.
So
I may
what's the
get
size
half
of
of
it?
half.
It is a 10-foot radius sphere. Oh, not sphere, column. So we should get literally everyone in that in that thing.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As this column of fire just down. So dexterity saving throws, yes?
Yeah, from everyone in that place.
Okay. So A first.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Yes. There's a -2 to that, so that's a -3, which will be a 5.
Fails.
B Now, B's saving throw is a negative what because of unsettling words?
1d8.
Roll that d8 for me.
Dargon is listening, and he just tries to like grab his shield on his back, hunkers down underneath it, but can't do much more as he gets an 11.
So
There's only
A and B are going to fail.
Shit, you know.
C is going to get a 13, which I think also fails.
It does.
Everyone fails.
Everyone fails.
Everyone fails.
Great. So that is going to be 13 points of fire damage. And 17 points of radiant.
17 halved. 9?
9.
9.
Or 8.
9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
We round up.
Yeah.
Cool. B, not looking good. Burned. Unsettling words is finished now, isn't it? It's just the next
Aye.
saving throw. Cool.
Next saving
Yeah,
throw or the
B
next
is
round?
charred, glowing.
Before the end of my
It's
next
till the
turn.
end of.
To the end of your next turn.
But it was only on the
To my
next
next
saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Just one saving throw. Cool. So that
And I
column five now
will-
gone.
Ooh. Can I do that? No, I can't. That's an action. Sorry. I will then use one of my divine interventions.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Path of
exactly
the
what
grave
you're
sort of
thinking
thing. Yeah.
No,
whatever they
Channel
are.
Divinity.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll use one of my channel divinities to regain a second level spell slot. I'll use Harness
Nice.
Divine Power.
Good stuff. Right, back round to the top.
And that is my
Amanda.
turn.
I will look at a B and I will cast Dissonant Whisper at second level. So that's another Wisdom 15 saving throw. Please.
Fail.
Right. So 46 psychic damage. Oh, that's not too bad. 16 points of psychic damage, and you must move as far away as your speed will allow. So 30 feet away from
That
me.
was a B, yeah?
Yeah.
I am going to say this strange sort of fuzzing noise sounds out, and you can see B's ears begin to bleed, and then its head just explodes.
Nice. He gone.
B is gone.
And
Nice.
as a bonus action, I will do my last bardic inspiration slot to cast, or do unsettling words on A again. Not again, on A, because I'm thinking he's still slowed, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he's going to have to subtract a 1d8 from his save, so hopefully he won't save and still be slow.
Very, very clever.
And the unsettling
Now,
words are...
slow's
your
not a
tusks
concentration
make-
spell, is it?
Oh, let me check.
Yeah.
It is concentration up to a minute.
Okay, and you cast...
Oh no, I cast cock and balls.
Cast
No,
cock
no,
and balls.
wait.
That's a new one.
What did you cast?
Dissonant Whispers, didn't I?
Dissonant Whispers. Instantaneous, you're fine.
Okay.
As long
I
as
had
you've
a bit
not
of
cast
flurry
another
and a bit of
concentration
panic.
spell, you are all good.
Yeah, and my unsettling words will be, your tusks make me horny.
As again, in slow motion.
What is going on?
Anything else in your turn, sir? Movement?
No, I'll stay where I am. Seems to be working out pretty good.
Good stuff. Dargon.
Okay, I will stand, sort of stand back up, descriptively, and be like, "Don't get close to these fuckers, guys." And I'll look up at both of them and be like, "I mean, this doesn't have to go this way. You can just get out of our fucking way, as I still slice into A.
What to hit, please?
27.
Yeah, I think that might just hit.
A little bit. 15? Wait a minute. Sorry, I can't do math tonight. 15 slashing damage.
15 slashing damage as you just slice across A, and just this strange dark blue navy type blood just. This creature's now bloodied.
I'll hit again. Shite. 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll still hit. I love how you said that was shite.
Oh no, sorry, I meant shy to hit my mic.
Alright, that's my trick.
Plus, it was a 7. It's shite, but no. Sorry, 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points of slashing damage as you sort of spin the blade around and backhand slice across.
And
Open
as
up
we
another
haven't
one.
taken a short rest, because apparently I didn't need one, that's all I can do.
Yeah, we didn't.
Good stuff. It is A's turn. You notice, however, where previously the other creature had managed to heal up. Doesn't happen this time.
Nice.
A is slowed and is so going to make a claw attack against you.
So is either the fire or the radiant that
Alright.
did it.
23 to hit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess fire.
You're going to take 12 points of slashing damage again, and you do not take the additional cold damage.
You get to make a saving throw if your turn's finished.
Fail. 4 on the dice. So it's a fucking failure.
They didn't need... Well, technically the 1d8 would still come off it, but I'm not going to bother rolling it.
It will still come off, but it's a fail. But don't bother rolling it. I'm just
That
gonna
was
take Dissonant Whispers
sorry.
off
That was
to mark it.
that was 12 points of damage then, wasn't it?
Yes, 12 points of slashing damage.
As I can't do much else, and I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm going to use Stone's Endurance to
Okay.
reduce that. So that is going to be we reduce it by 6. So there we go.
I think you got enough hit points left.
It's fine. Just double checking. It's fine. There we go.
Okay. B's dead. Bothrid. What is Bothrid going to do? Bothrid is first of all going to rage.
Yes, he's going to rage.
5,
Yes, he is.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Gets up to there. Just. Fuck it. Reckless. As
Yes.
he takes out the double-bladed
Wow.
quarterstaff.
Yeah, at least my shout was basically to you and Kirek, don't get close to these. I don't give a shit about Bothrid, you can take it.
He would not listen anyway.
He wouldn't listen anyway.
That is a 26 to hit.
Nice.
So
That is going to be 12 points of damage. Where's the second one hit? Yes, that definitely hits. That's a 27
Ironically,
to hit.
now Bothrid is here. I probably could have not used my reaction, but never mind.
12. That's going to be 20 points of slashing damage, and then the third little jab in is also going to hit.
That's including your rage damage, by the way.
Wait for it. 26. 26 plus 6, 32 points of damage.
Nice.
Done pretty well.
Yeah. A is staggering around as Bothrid just runs up and roars in that hobgoblin manner and just little dart in with the double-bladed quarterstaff. There is blood pouring around. What you notice is actually the creature's guts have just started to spill out as it's swaying around. Not looking good at all. C. Not a happy bunny. Is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. It's going to come round the back of you.
That's what she said.
Indeed. So, it's going to be a bite attack on Dargon. 15 is going to miss. It's going to then do one claw attack against Bothrid. That is going to be a 16, which I think is going to miss as well. And then the final claw attack is going to be against Bothrid, unnatural 20. So that's going to be... Now we got 9 points of slashing damage reduced. So 5 points of slashing damage. And then an additional 12 points of cold damage reduced to 6. And then Bothrid needs to make a con saving throw.
Nice. Glad I haven't needed to make that. Hey.
Bothrid gets a 13.
That doesn't sound good.
Bothrid has disadvantage on his attack rolls until the end of his next turn.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, that would have been bad for you, my friend.
Damn.
So Bothrid's got disadvantage. Kirek.
Oh, that's my... there's something I really want to do, but it's really stupid.
Do it. You've got to do it now. You've got to do it now.
Great. Okay.
Everyone
that
needs to do it
was,
there.
that was unanimous. Right.
Sorry, Kerry, just jump in the way.
Go ahead.
I realised I had typed in initially the 12 points of damage I took and wondered why the fuck it had only taken off 2 because it used my temporary hit points. So apologies, I'm going to put them back on because I then redid it.
Your Armor of Agathis, yeah.
Armor of Agathis. Now, it technically would have also damaged B, but I forgot that, so it's my bad. Also, it wouldn't have damaged it, it's cold damage.
Cold damage.
Anyway.
Cold damage would have had no effect.
So, all I'm going to do is just add 10 hit points back on.
Crack on.
Cheers.
Yep. Crack on. Kirek. Your stupid idea.
Sure. I'm going to... Seeing that they are flanked and it's really bad, because Dargon told me so, I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will grab on to this man's calf, and I'm going to go with a 4th level inflict wounds.
Oh.
Okay.
I think Dave just made a mess in his pants by saying that.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, that'll do the job.
Okay. 6 points.
That sounded like a lot of dice.
60 10s.
60 10.
6, 10, 15, 20, 24 points of necrotic damage.
As you place your hand on the calf and sort of grasp, you can see the skin around the calf. It feels cold to the touch, begins to flake away slightly and sort of goes this dull whitish grey colour and then reforms again as the necrotic damage is taken.
He's got a hell of a cramp in that calf now.
Yeah, it sort of shakes its leg around a little bit, but otherwise looking reasonably okay.
Good. I'm going to stay here and...
Okay.
Yeah, actually I'll use my last not divine intervention, Jesus. Harness divine power to recover a 2nd level spell slot again.
How many times can you do that?
Twice a day.
Oh, that's sweet.
Pretty good.
I've got a cunning plan.
Does it involve
Good.
And it
spoons?
is your go.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whisper at 2nd level on C. Because my plan is I'm gonna That's 3 opportunity
Yes.
attacks if he has to run away.
I don't have a reaction.
No, Dargon doesn't have a reaction.
For fuck's sake, Dave. You've ruined everything.
It's fine.
Over
Nah,
6
still
fucking
carry
hit points.
I'm doing it. It's
you
fine.
do
Yeah,
it.
you're doing it anyway. Yeah.
A or C?
C, please.
Okay. Saving throw.
Wisdom 15.
Wisdom? Fails.
Hey. 4d6. Oh, that's a bit shit. 11 psychic damage, and he must move 30 feet northwest.
Now, as blood begins to pour out of its ears and it sort of winces and it is going to run its movement speed. You say northeast?
Well, it's got to go far away from me, so it's got to go northwest, innit?
Northwest. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is about where it's going to get to as it stands on top of a broken corpse. That is going to be attacks of opportunity from Kirek and Bothrid. Bothrid, who's...
I don't have a weapon out, so I won't be taking it.
Okay. Just
not have
Bothrid with disadvantage.
Warcaster?
Punch it.
I do not have Warcaster.
Ah.
13.
I
Bothrid's going to
should
miss.
get that, but yeah.
That was a bit unfortunate.
Bothrid
That was
misses.
you couldn't do one. I couldn't do one. Bothrid had disadvantage
great
on his next
move.
hit.
It's a great plan. It
That was a
great
brilliant
plan.
idea.
Was
It was the right
just
move.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
like
the right
all
move.
of my great ideas, it didn't quite work.
Great idea. Maybe not for now.
Next round, genius.
fucked. All I'll say is, great idea. The team let you down.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Full, actually, full bore. All 3 of us were like, "Yeah, great."
Yeah.
Oh, he's fucked off.
Bothrid still had his attack. He just fucking
My
missed.
bad. My bad.
Right, Dargon, you'll go, mate.
Okay. Well, A's in front of me. Swipe at him. Ooh, shit. This is going to miss at a 14.
A
Yeah.
meets the armor class.
Jesus, because that -2 slow. Thank you. Fucking hell. That was a
What
2.
a spell.
That was a 2. Yeah. Wow.
You literally, you can't miss on A, technically.
Yeah, well, apart from a
Unless
1.
a natural one.
A natural 1. That's 18 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, I'm going to say you literally just reach forward with Timiel's Wrath and stab through into the belly where guts and everything are falling out, and you just sort of slice some intestines on and pull out, and as you pull out, there is what looks like a rather large kidney on the end of your sword. And A is just going to fall to its knees and slump backwards, tongue just lolls out.
So I shall do a rather...
Bite the kidney.
yeah.
Bite the kidney.
I will spin round clockwise so that the kidney hopefully flings off the sword, so it's like goes northeast as the map goes. I'm going to move round Bothrid, so 5, 10, just for shenanigans, and then I'm going to hit C. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
18.
Yep.
Cool. 14 points of damage.
14 points of slashing damage. Yep, C's definitely bloodied, not looking great. Anything else on your turn?
You just check my... no, I'm good.
Okay. Bothrid's go, who is going to go reckless, because that means that cancels out the disadvantage.
Good call.
So rolling naturally. First one hits. Second one definitely hits. That was so close to a natural 20. And then the third little stabby maneuver. Yeah, they all hit. So there's going to be 9, 11, 15. Maths. 21, 26 points of slashing damage.
Well, we've got to use this occasionally. Oh yeah, there we go.
As Bothrid again, even at disadvantage, I should say he's going to move around, of course. Step round, and is just going to sing slightly slower and not as with much grace, even raised as he usually does, and then just stabs forward and just nicks the side of the creature. The creature really not looking good. However, it is its go, and part of those wounds begin to heal up. It is going to attack Bothrid. And that will be at advantage. It's going to try and bite Bothrid.
Yep.
Oh no. I feel a sentinel coming on.
They both miss, so I'm going to try and claw
Oh, fuck's sake.
Bothrid.
Oh, it does actually makes an
They
attack.
both
It doesn't
miss.
actually have to hit. So, yeah, I'll
They
cast...
miss.
I'll use my reaction for Sentinel.
Okay.
Because it is only makes an attack, it doesn't have to be hits. As long as that's alright.
And Sentinel does.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, so it just makes an attack, not hit or misses. Yeah?
Does what?
Oh, sorry. So I'll hit with 28.
That will
And
hit.
I'll do 17 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
That's a good
17
reaction,
points
that.
of slashing damage as it sort of goes to bite and then claw, and you just sort of jab in one more time as then the third claw just rakes across Bothrid. He is going to take 7 points of slashing damage and 3 points of cold damage. He also then needs to make a con saving throw, which for Bothrid is very high. That is a 25. Does not get disadvantage on his next round of attacks. However, Bothrid is within 10 feet and has been for 3 rounds, hasn't he? No, 2 rounds. So that is going to be 6, 13, 19. He is going to take 10 points of additional cold damage just for being close to these creatures. Cool. Kirek.
Raise the arm to my shoulder, lower it down as I do.
Ooh, what's that? Wow.
Wow. Bothrid's character sheet. Sneak preview.
I know. And as I bring my arm down, I'll click my fingers towards the creature, casting Toll the Dead.
Boom.
Boom.
Be a wisdom saving throw, please.
A 3.
I think that fails.
Okay, actually.
Jesus. 7, 11, 16 points of necrotic damage.
As you click and that bell sounds out and echoes around this sort of plateau area, you can just see as it goes to turn and looks like it's going to sort of swipe down at Dargon. The claws just begin to wisp away, and then the arm, the shoulder, the chest, the head, as it just then turns, and in that true Thanos snap moment, just like snowflakes, as ash just disappears into the breeze. And we are out of combat.
Hoo-hoo!
That's how you do it.
Alright, I think the coast is clear. I'll shout to Remley and Kindris.
You just hear this ting, as then the two of them so slowly come walking up to find the 4 of you having sort of regrouped.
Well, that was a mighty fine display.
Thank you.
Glad you enjoyed the show.
Indeed.
Appreciate your help.
Very strong you all are.
Yeah, my diplomacy knows no bounds.
Truly. Yeah.
That's the sort of diplomacy I can get on board with.
Now I'm trying to remember that famous quote about diplomacy in a movie, and I can't remember it.
Well, that's a very vague, broad brush of
Yeah.
a quote in a movie.
Yeah.
About diplomacy.
What do you mean you don't know what it is?
I'll just scroll through IMDb, should I, until we get to the...
I'm sure it's the Pirates of the
Start at
Caribbean
A.
one.
What, the parlay one? No.
Is it that one? Anyway, moving on. My brain.
Let's spend the next 25 minutes trying to figure it out.
How is everyone doing? Looking at the rest of the party.
I am exhausted.
Bothrid's a bit battered, but he's alright.
Oh shit, you are.
Bothrid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole idea was we're going to rest here, so why don't we just get inside and rest?
Yeah, I mean, I quite like that, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We could also use the time.
We don't know what's inside.
Well, the alternative is that we spend time here.
Yeah, outside, which is the whole thing you said you didn't want to. Or is it more sheltered here? Sorry, I should say.
It's a little bit sheltered here, but the snow is still coming down. And with that, everybody make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Come on.
Oh, for God's
Nice.
sake.
I have disadvantage
Redeemed.
on it. Oh, it's just ability checks, isn't it?
12.
Doesn't matter, it's 6
That is
anyway.
an ability check.
That'll be a dirty 20.
30-20. Dargon.
12.
Ander and Dargon, you are going to take a point of exhaustion. Bothrid.
I'm on level 2, baby.
Bothrid is also going to take a point of exhaustion.
Oh, come on, guys.
My speed is halved. Can we go to bed, please? Can I have some breakfast?
Oh shit, and you only recover 1 point.
Yeah, you're only going to recover 1 point.
Yeah, we
Yep.
need to get inside. We need to get inside. Like, we can't stay here.
Yeah, let's get inside.
Very well. How good are you boys with locks?
I look at Ander.
This one is quite good.
Well, I would if... Well... shit on ability checks at the minute, and I've lost the knock spell, so he's on the second level spell slots. But, and I'm being confident, back
And,
into character, I can
teeth
unlock
chattering,
anything
but
with
confident.
my mind.
Seeing that his hands are shaking, I'm going to pat him on the back.
Brilliant.
I'm going to pat him on the back, and I will have. Which one is it?
Just to point out, I was cold. I was not taking the piss out of Michael J. Fox. I just realised.
Now
how
you
that
are.
looked on camera. No, I'm not. I'm clarifying that I'm not, because I just watched it. I looked bad on camera out of context.
Oh dear.
I'm going to pat Ander on the back, casting Enhance Ability, and I'll give him Cat's Grace, which is advantage on dexterity checks, and you don't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
Cool. For the next hour.
For as long as I concentrate on it, yeah, up to an hour.
Okay.
I've just realised the quote I was thinking of, and that was aggressive negotiations. And it was actually Star Wars.
Star Wars quote.
That is Attack of the Clones. That is.
It was, yeah. So I've just realised what it was.
Pirates of the Caribbean, you couldn't have been further away. Literally,
I'm sure-
space, water.
Yeah. Oh well.
So the only quote from Pirates of the Caribbean I can think of would be, "If you're waiting for the opportune moment."
That was it.
That was it.
The other one, which I wanted to use last week, was, "I'm a little busy at the moment."
I love that bit. That's so good.
Let me try and pick the lock then. So if I get advantage, I've actually just rolling normal at the minute then for it.
First thing you need to do as you approach the door is to roll me an investigation check, please.
Oh,
Disadvantage
I get advantage
if
with
you're
my
exhausted.
my goggles of minute bollocks. So that'll
So
just
that
be
will
a
be-
normal roll then, wouldn't it?
Straight roll. Minute
Forgot what they
bollocks.
were called.
Minute bollocks, casting cock and balls. My goodness me.
Here we go.
We're in the genitalia of D&D right now.
It's just Thief's Cant. Thief's Cant is just genitalia related.
20. Have some of that.
Holy moly.
Oh dear. So with a 20, you don't find any physical locks. However, in true Lord of the Rings style, as you approach the door, runes and language appear in front of you.
I'm just going to point it out there that if the password is cock and balls, I'm leaving.
Should I just do what the last time we came up with a door with runes on it, I slipped my hand and put a bloody handprint on it and it went really well, so should I just do that again?
Are you asking them as Ander, or are you just asking us? Because I want you to do it, but...
Okay, so runes open up. And is it dwarven runes, I assume?
Yes.
Remley, can you translate what they said for me, please, so I can crack the code?
Remley's going to step up and peer at it.
Well, you might want to just say hello.
In Dwarvish.
Let me show you.
And he steps up and just stands and bangs his shield on the ground 3 times. Jing, jing, jing.
Oi, you stony bastard. Wake up.
And you just hear this sort of...
Dwarf. Why do you wake me from my slumber?
I'm feeling a Fable flashback.
You missed the opportunity to do the,
Yeah!
You see, in my head I was thinking he missed an opportunity to do the bloke's voice from Thor, the rock guy, I can't remember his name. Grog. Is it Grog? No.
no, it's not Grog.
It's a, hi there, I'm made of rocks. I don't know if you've noticed. Him.
Oh, it's you're thinking of Doug, which is the insect guy. Oh, God, shoot me now.
Oh, help us out, chat. We're having a breakdown here.
Who is it?
It's the director, Ty.
It's Taika Waititi, yeah.
It is
Yes.
Taika Waititi, but what's the name of the guy?
Is it Krog? Craig? No.
No, right, chat, you're going to have to help us out while we continue on this. Somebody shout out, whoever that is, in the chat.
Korg.
Korg.
Name's Korg.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, actually, chat did help us out. There we go. At exactly the same time.
Thank you, Mertha.
Thank you.
Much love.
My name's Korg. I'm made of rocks.
Fuck off, ghost.
Oh yeah, the corridor's a little bit weird here. You just kind of go in a circle. Not like a regular circle, like a weird circle.
Sorry, Matt. I've derailed it.
I'm trying to remember the Noob Master quote. Thor.
Noob Master 69.
That guy just insulted me again. Anyway, back to the strange talking door, and Ander stood in front, and Remley stood there, and Remley's just going to turn to you and look.
Well, boy, over to you.
I mean, if I remember this, you had to strike a particular pose in front of... No, I'm sorry.
Hi. Can I come in, please?
So polite.
That was like a 5-year-old.
You must then tell me the password.
Oh, it's making me yawn, you bastards. Can I have a clue about what the password might be?
Make me a
good
persuasion
riddle.
check, please.
Bum, bum, bum.
30.
Clue?
Ridiculous.
We never give clues. I'm
Oh,
so
come
tired. Oh, password.
I'll sing you a lullaby afterwards.
Well done. Lullaby was correct.
Fucking pull that out of my ass, didn't I?
You are a fucking fluky bastard. I fucking hate all of you.
That's
That is unbelievable. That is astonishing.
I'm glad I didn't have to solve a riddle, to be honest.
I was literally about to try and
Shit.
reel off some things like sleep, snow, rock, mountain, dwarf, and then you just go and say that.
Matt is livid.
You are welcome to enter.
Brimley's just going to look at you. You're a bit of a jammy fucker, aren't you? That's my accent totally goes out the window for Brimley.
No, that's perfect Mountaineer accent, that.
Place we've never been,
My
brilliant.
contact lens has slipped. Anyway, carry on.
Excuse me.
Matt's also
Good morning, sir.
blinded
Keep calling,
by
we'll
light.
find you.
Dargon! You vile beast!
No, that was the door opening up and the air flowing out.
And as the air sort of doesn't flow out but rushes in, there is this sort of icy wind that blasts past you all. And inside, it is dark.
Shall I cast light on my shield?
I'm
This
still
looks like a
holding
lovely place
Dawnbringer.
for a sleep.
Dawnbringer is out. You can see in front of you the cart track, which does sort of go forward, and then there is a little Y junction. It goes forward for about 30-40 feet, and then there is a Y junction which breaks out. There is a path that leads to what looks like the left and forward, and then another one that goes to the right and forward.
I'll turn to the group and say, the urge to shout echo is overwhelming.
I
And
think
Remley's
that
gonna
echoed
turn.
enough, Dargon.
Remley's going to turn.
If I were you, I'd stay quiet in these mines.
I would just sort of point towards all of the, dwarven chain and him and just go, yeah, we'll be fucking silent.
Movement can't be helped. Voices. Well, let's just keep it down. Gindris, follow behind.
Is the other doors closing behind us?
As you all step in. Token, hit the mic.
Yes, there it is.
Should start giving away stuff for every time I hit the mic.
No, we'd be
Fucking hell,
broke.
with my skin.
I didn't say money.
No, but to give it away, we've got to have acquired it first. Unless you're just going to give stuff in your
I don't
house
know, I
away.
can start just giving away shit from my house. I don't know, anybody want a highlighter? There we go.
Who wants a wife and 2 kids?
We need to get to the point where we can start giving out bits, and then we can.
Bits, absolutely. 50 followers,
I still
people.
don't get that.
Let's get there.
Neither do I. I'm sure we'll work it out on the way.
Do we?
Come on then, so...
Is there any like alcove or indentation in here that we could perhaps stop for a rest?
The only alcove or indentation you can sort of see in the immediate vicinity with both Timiel's wrath lit and your light on your shield is the actual alcove of the door.
To be honest, Kirek, I mean, we'll know if anyone's trying to get through the door.
True.
Though I very much doubt anybody can get through the door. Unless they followed us closely.
Fine. Let's bed down. It's been a long fucking day. And it looks fucking shagged.
Anders got bags under his eyes like you wouldn't believe, and he's just like slumped, sat down.
And he's already in his pajamas.
Yeah.
Kind of ashamed of the fact that we didn't chop down one of those trees outside, and I'm guessing we can't get back out. So, no fire tonight.
True. We'll have to make do.
Yeah.
As we are kind of like bedding for the night, I would like to cast 2 sending spells.
Okay.
Ooh.
The first one will be to the notes. Cooper? Yes, Cooper, half-orc. And I would say, arrived at Shiverspire. How are things with you? Too cold up here. Zapanir is probably close. We'll report back.
Takes a little bit of time. A few minutes pass. Very quiet, very silent, very cold. Then a message does come back.
It's good to hear your voice. We are fine. Glentuag is fine. What you took, be careful with it. Avoid the dragon. And take care.
Great. The second sending spell, I want to send it to Mephisto. How are things? We are far north. Have the Malt Masters returned yet? It will be a while until we are back. Share some news.
Okay. This one comes back almost instantly.
Well, thank fuck.
As I randomly change accents again there.
Well, thank fuck for that. Mole Masters have returned. Things here are good. Moonbright has fallen, and we ward against it. I wish you luck.
with that, I will just before the guys fall asleep, I will let them know. I've just spoken to the Cooper.
All right.
The Malt Masters are back in Glentuag, and things there seem to be somewhat good. Mephisto confirmed as well. He also confirmed that Moonbright hasn't fallen completely. I thought the three of you might like to know. Glentuag is apparently a ward against the evils that have befallen there. The Cooper also said that we should be careful about the items that we took.
Oh, by we, do you mean me? Do you mean this sword that I've been carrying on my side this whole time?
I don't know what it was. But he also said for us to avoid the dragon. Whilst that is something that I would...
Obviously.
Yeah. Whilst that's something that I would love to do, I fear that she might burrow and set a lair of some sort within the most expensive place, the most well-decorated place, and that will probably be the place that we're looking for.
Yeah. Don't really like running from a fight, so let's just hope we don't cross paths. It's not going to be fun if we have to.
We have the opportunity we have the opportunity to disappear rather quickly.
Yeah, you'll drag me kicking and screaming, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
When I'm a bit more rested, I will investigate the items that I took from the keep. See what the Cooper could have meant.
Yeah.
I took items from all of them.
Gindris, you can't help our friend here see what items we've got. Now don't get us wrong, this might sound weird from the outside. The people we took these from are our friends. We were just in dire straits and they weren't there. But they're happy that we've got them, just telling us to be careful. We wouldn't mind knowing a bit more about them. Can you help?
What are these items that you
Weapons, scrolls, a couple of potions. You know as much as you've got, and
There's not a lot for me to go on.
I'll give him the sword first.
Doesn't take the sword, but just looks at it.
Sword? I'm not entirely sure what you are expecting me to say. It's very sharp.
Just whether or not you have the ability to see into magical properties, I believe, is what we are looking at.
I'm not a wizard, if that's what you mean.
Great, just wanted to double check.
Kirek ticks wizard off the list. Right, what's next? Tell me about your patron, sir.
What your parents were up to?
who do you serve?
Yes.
Any,
This sword, though, it does have a... I've been noticed when you hold it against the light. There's a distinctly almost greenish sheen to it.
I haven't actually noticed until now.
Didn't I see that it was like protective and necromantic in the past before anyway? So you will have known that, both of you.
That's true. That's
Okay.
true. That's true.
Let's go.
Is there something else you might want me to look at that perhaps I have heard of or seen before?
Okay. I will give him the spell scrolls.
Give him
Then
the
I can
slowest
just-
explanation.
I can read them all. So I don't know if it's actually worth.
I mean, all of us can try and read them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't wanna give
does it
him-
have like in big title fonts underlined at the top, the spell scroll of?
Yeah. But only certain classes can read certain spells.
Yeah, I
so.
know.
Certain spells, yeah.
I can't anymore. I would guess.
I don't want to give him
Well, look.
anything. So, for example, I stole an iron box with a silver dragon
Acquired.
sigil and a pouch from the druid. I don't want to give him them because I don't. So it might be personal to the Malt Masters, and I don't fully want to share that much with these guys yet. So, maybe the potions. I'll give him the vials that I've got left. Because if there's a spell scroll in there that's fucking phenomenal, I don't want him to know we've got it, just in case he then stabs me in my sleep. So I will.
With that in mind,
I've got 3
are there any...
vials left.
Sorry, carry on.
So I've got 3 vials left if he wants to identify those for me.
And he sort
That was all
of takes the vials
Anders
and
in a
looks at
monologue,
them and
obviously.
Very colourful potions.
This guy's
I'm
useless.
sure they have interesting properties.
Well, now we have the firm grasp of the obvious.
Wait,
Right.
is he actually oblivious of this?
Is
Or
he
is he-
wise, or is he the best actor / con man I've ever met in
Yeah,
my life?
exactly.
We either have the most incredible librarian we've ever seen, or yeah, he's hiding.
Make me an insight check if you want.
Yes, I'm joining that one for shits and giggles.
21.
Will not get that.
I'm not even going to attempt it with disadvantage and all sorts.
He's a good lad.
That's true.
With the potions, definitely has no idea. You can see you clear. He just didn't even bother. It's just like, you've handed me vials of stuff. With the sword, potentially a bit more recognition. But there's certainly a coy and not deceptive but secretive nature about Gindris.
Great. Great.
We need some
knowing-
truth.
Noticing that, I will kind of say, well, clearly this is something that just isn't going to quite work, and well, some of us need to be on watch, so I say we'll get some sleep, and I'll like launch a look towards Ander, particularly Ander, being like, something smells fishy.
We'll approach it all with a clearer head tomorrow.
Quite.
And just sat there, just sort of.
Ander, can I just have a look at some of those scrolls, just in case there's anything I can read?
I'll give him all of the scrolls, and you have 7 that I'm yet to
Jesus.
identify.
I will spend the first. I'll take first watch then, reading
Okay.
through all the scrolls. See if there's anything that I can read.
Okay. So you take the first scroll out.
It's fine, Matt. Just give me true polymorph. Everything will be fine.
You can't see it? No, you can't read it? Gonna ignore that one.
Wish.
You fucking wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one you can't read.
Cool.
I'm sensing a theme.
Has Kirek got feeble mind?
His glasses on.
He does. Clerics don't have feeble mind, I don't think.
Fuck.
Wizards and warlocks.
I can.
And sorcerers,
Can I
perhaps.
get it? I think I might be able to get it.
I think you might be able to, yeah. As a bard.
So if it's a mind trick, it's got to be bardy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
think
can get fear.
Can't read a
I
third.
can get fear.
Yeah, you sorry, bards can do feeble mind. Like
Oh,
high
might
level,
be
like,
that.
obviously.
Bard, druid, warlock, and wizard.
Bum, bum.
There we go.
Ooh.
Ooh, I could get it. I won't,
It's a-
but
Yeah, it will be a mystic
high
arcana.
level. Yeah.
Can't read the next one.
So
Four,
3 out
four,
of 3
four.
can't read.
That's
Four.
the fourth one.
What was that for?
Yeah.
Okay, now. What a waste of time.
Yeah.
Can't read the next one.
Gosh, shite.
How are you determining this?
By what
I know
list
spells
they're
that are
on.
on them.
Yeah.
They are
So I
likely.
technically
Can't
should
read
have
the
been
next
able,
one.
they're
should have been
likely
able to read the other ones then, should I?
Where did you take the scrolls from?
I bought them some from Mephisto and stole some from the keep.
Where in the keep?
Can't read the next one.
I cannot remember. The wizards. I
That's
stole them
probably
from the
it.
distillers.
Yeah, it's probably all going to
Stiller's
be
house.
wizards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't read that one either.
So that's all 7.
Not yet. Unless there's some that you've identified that I've not chalked off.
I had 10 and
Yeah,
I've got
so I
spells.
think there's Ice Knife is the other one you've got, yeah?
so Earth Tremor, Ice Knife, Haste
Yeah,
and
so that's the one I
Scorching Ray.
missed. Okay, so the rest, you have no idea what spells they are, Kirek.
Great.
I mean, is it worth me having a look, or are we just gonna?
Have to be honest. I think
With no magical ability, you'd be pretty fucked.
Just yeah. So are we going that? Yeah, fine. Ignore me.
Although, you are still a warlock.
I'm still a warlock. Yeah. So if there's any on the warlock spell list, I would know.
I'd be like reading and passing to just to Dargon
Nope.
as I can't read
Nope.
anything.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Bear with me, let's just do this the easy way.
Obviously,
Let's do it all again.
yeah. I mean, you can always, if they're above second level, you can always say that I don't know them either. I don't know how you want to rule that. I don't know whether they're like you've got to have known them or, not.
Timmy, I'll give us an hand.
Yeah.
Just read them.
Have a word.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. May have done you a disservice here, Danny. There may have been one extra you got. 1, 2,
Scorching
3,
Ray, Haste,
5,
Ice Knife and
6,
Earth Tremor are the ones I know of.
that's the other one. Yeah, okay, so you've already got Scorching Ray as well, that's fine. So, I can
Tell you what,
do
the
that one.
was it the Glove of Blasting? That'd be wicked if you got that.
So it's a glove
Okay,
with
so,
fingers on it
Dargon,
that I
as you
can use
look
for
at
finger
these...
blasting.
No, the Scorching
Is that
Ray.
what we're saying?
Basically, it fires Scorching Ray, doesn't it? Glove of Blasting.
No,
You missed
I
that
prefer
joke,
the-
I think.
Yeah,
I
I
ignored
don't-
it, you missed it.
No, he chose to ignore it. That's the difference.
Yeah, I was just carrying on.
Wrestled it
The
back.
only one...
No,
No,
that you
sorry,
don't
the
wanna get
only
it wet.
two that you look at as Kirek is just sort of flicking them to you. You notice that there is a scroll of friends. and also a scroll of hellish rebuke.
I will
Oh,
say
now we're
both.
talking.
Hey, yes, not a bad one, that one. How the fucking hell do you get a scroll out and read it in your reaction? That's weird. That's
Right.
fucking weird,
If
that is.
Dargon,
Who knows?
if Dargon can read them,
Smack!
you can
Hang on a
keep
minute.
them.
Hoink!
you can keep them.
Yeah? Alright.
I can't use them, can I?
Bothrid, as these are being thrown around, distinctly recognises the language of one of them as well.
Oh,
And I am
Go on,
going
Bothrid,
to
can
make
he read?
him do a check.
Can I put them in my list then, Danny?
Yep,
Yes, please.
Scroll of Hellish Rebuke and Scroll of Friends.
Nice.
don't know what level they are though.
Natural 20.
Oh, you
Natural 20.
beauty! Scroll of
Bothrid is going to look at this.
Friends
and
does not come up because I'm spelling friends wrong.
Bothrid is going to sort of turn his head on the side and look.
This look like my nature magicy stuff.
What does it say?
It something about dead and new body.
Bothrid has just unwillingly and unwittingly identified the Scroll of Reincarnate.
Fuck me.
Oh,
How do you find the scroll of anything? in
you
the
don't.
end?
It's,
I'd have
it
to
will be a
scroll first
scroll of first level
Both of them are first
or
level,
scroll
yeah?
of cantrip. Yeah.
They're
And
both
then you
Friends
just
first-
might
need
be
to
a
make them
cantrip.
note of the ones you've got.
Okay. I'll just add an item and then add an
I
item.
think Friends is a cantrip.
Oh, is
But
it?
yeah, Hellish Rebuke's
The
first level.
Scroll of Reincarnation.
Scroll of Reincarnate,
Oh, reincarnate. That's amazing.
which is
Let's go down to
only
that one.
available to druids.
Ah, yes.
I will
Scroll of
gift
cantrip.
that to Boffred then.
So
Oh.
the cantrip was
Okay.
friends.
Put it in the bag.
Use it what? Kirek will tell you when to use it. Or
Okay.
you'll know. You'll know.
Unless I'm dead.
And
Well,
then
then you'll
a
definitely know how to use it.
hellish rebuke. How the fucking hell are you going to use that?
Well, Ando, you look like you need to sleep.
So,
Yeah.
I say we all.
I was just about to say, if you boys have finished throwing your paper around, let's get some rest. If the Dargon are around, we'll want our wits about us.
I
take
will
watch.
take first watch.
Okay.
I will not take a single watch.
Sounds
And it's
correct.
just there.
See ya.
And I think that is probably the perfect place for us to leave tonight's session. So, well done, players. Fantastic session tonight. Great bit of zany antics there. Some very, very fluky bits. But other than that, I think everybody's enjoyed it. Great to see the chat blow up in the second half as well. Thank you very much for everybody who's been chatting away. Merthyr, I think you're probably number one on that list. Thank you for all the support. Love you very much. For the rest of you watching on, listening, please come and follow us on Twitch. As I say, it will give you the opportunity to create that NPC alongside me and have that NPC feature in the game. You get to choose the accent, you get to choose the race, you get to choose pretty much all the details. I will just help you with the backstory. That is about it. And yeah, so it's your chance to get all of that goodness. Thank you for all the tools that we've used again. Owlbear Radio is obviously featured very heavily. D&D Beyond, of course. Hero Forge, because I had to create some characters to actually have them in mind. But also 5e Magic Shop for those shopping bits at the end, or the bits that we got from the shops, and the auras. Kassoon as well for some of the puzzle ideas. So if you need some extra resources, please go check them out. And as always, Tabletop Audio and Battle Bards. As I said at the beginning, please go use that code if you want to get your own sound effects. Malt Magic, as you register, that will get you a nice cheeky discount off of those sound effects, and they are brilliant. There's a lot on there. There's a lot to try and filter through. It doesn't just have to be D&D. You could be running sci-fi games. You can run whatever TTRPG or role-playing game you want. It is there for the taking. And I suppose that is probably it for tonight. So thank you once again all for joining us. Thank you to those listening on the podcast. Thank you to those watching on YouTube. We love you all. Thank you for all the support. Thank you to my awesome players. Yeah, let's see what these mines have to hold, let's say. And with that, we'll see you next week.